have to keep track of the score ourselves and make sure we're sharing it.
Yep. Whoa. I'm going to. Welcome to the home of the Hawks, Alta High School, along the benches of Sandy, Utah, as we get ready to kick off the 2026 high school football season. We got a Week 1 5A matchup for you as the Springville Red Devils take on the Alta Hawks right here on KSL Sports Rewind. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you all, and welcome back to football. Matt Coma alongside Braden Peterson. And Braden, it is so good to be back.
Gosh, I can't get enough of the energy. Every single time we step down on a football field, I get these tingles. I'm feeling it. I wish I was in the pads. This is the best feeling in the world.
Well, let's get into today's matchup. First up, let's talk about Springville, the defending 5A finalists, lost to Orem in the championship game a season ago. A lot of turnover, a lot of seniors going on to bigger and better things. Kind of a reload for Dave Valetti and the Springville offense and defense, but they come out back with a lot of firepower as well.
They do. They come back with a lot of firepower, and they're going to be bringing back an old name that we've all might forget. It's the Burton last name. Beckett Burton's going to be lined up at quarterback for the Springville offense. And it's going to be a little bit different this year as we watch the Red Devils take the field. A lot of 20 personnel, a lot of, still that patented run game, but don't be shocked to see them start taking shots.
And they have a dynamic running back and linebacker.
Trayton Harris.
Thank you for getting me
Number
his name. Trayton Harris is going to be a big factor tonight for
Huge
Springville.
Factor. Obviously, leading rusher coming back. He is the anchor of this football team. Coach Valetti pregame told us, you got to keep an eye out for him. He's going to be all over the field on defense, and he's going to be the one to tote the rock on offense.
Meanwhile, for Alta, it's a reload for them as well for head coach Blake Burdett and the Alta Hawks. Tucker Brown leaves. The quarterback threw for all kinds of yards last season. They get a new quarterback making his first start here at Alta. Xavier Kachi will take care of this Alta offense.
Yeah, Xavier Kachi had a phenomenal year last year at Skyline. 52 touchdowns, 22 of them on the ground. That's a big talking point Coach Burdett gave us a little bit before. The young man can move his feet, and don't be shocked to see it tonight.
All right, it's going to be a fun one here at Alta High School. Week 1 of the high school football season kicks off tonight right here on KSL Sports Rewind. Kickoff is coming up next. All right, welcome to Alta High School as we get ready for kickoff between the Red Devils and the Hawks. Alta won the toss, elected to receive for the first half. So we'll see the Alta offense in the black uniforms moving left to right. Springville's in the white uniforms with red helmets moving right to left as we get a squib kick to kick off the 2026 season. That one's loose at the 15-yard line, and it's going to be collected by the Hawks, and that's where they'll start. And we'll see the senior quarterback making his first start at Alta, Xavier Kachi, and this Alta offense.
Yeah, this Alta offense is going to be a really fun one to watch. Xavier Kachi, obviously a very physically imposing quarterback, but also can really sling the rock around. Look out for their tight ends today. They've got 3 or 4 of them that they're really excited about.
First and 10 from the 16-yard line to get things started here for the Hawks. Kachi with one runner in the backfield. They'll hand it off. That's Lucas Pagel that kind of tries to bounce it outside and gets right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Alta will let you know that they are going to run the football this year. It is a point of emphasis for this team. Look for Pagel to be a huge part of that, as well as Trevin Cook. The 2 of them will be the 2 bell cow backs here tonight for Alta.
So we get underway on our first drive of the 2026 football season, 2nd and 10. Pagel in the backfield with Kachi here for 2nd and 10. They'll give it right back to Pagel, and he goes nowhere. He's wrapped up right into the arms of number 58 for the Springville Red Devils. That's Brigham Durfee, one of the captains on this Springville defense.
Coach Valetti mentioned before the game that Brigham Durfee is a huge part of this football team. He is a heart and soul of their offensive line, and from the looks of it, he might be the heart and soul of that defensive line, just absolutely blowing up the Alta offensive line there.
So that will be a loss of 2 on that one. Back to the 14-yard line for 3rd and 12 now for the Alta offense.
One thing to take mention of, both of these offensive lines are very youthful.
As the sun shines here on the benches of Sandy, is Kachi going to look to run for the first time? Gets a stiff arm and fights his way out past the 20. Be well short of the line to gain. And there's the guy that we highlighted in the pregame, number 28. In Trayton Harris. He's going to be the feature linebacker / running back for Springville.
Trayton Harris, as Coach Valetti told us before the game, is extremely physical. He's the guy they've been having to pull back, say, hey, buddy, we're still in camp. We can't be hitting our own guys like this. He wants to be physical, and he's shown it early.
So that'll bring on the punt team here for Alta. 2 players back for Springville near midfield. There's a line drive kick. It's going to bounce at the 45, take a hawk bounce into Springville territory, and it'll be settled at the 41-yard line. And that's where we'll see the Springville offense come back out for their first drive of the 2026 season, led by the senior quarterback in Beckett Burton. You might remember that last name, as we mentioned in the pregame as well. Ryder Burton, the older brother of Beckett, and he'll be one of the captains on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryder Burton was no slouch, and his brother Beckett is what's the word I'm looking for? Expected to be very, very good as well. We're excited to watch him come out and run this kind of revamped Springville offense where we're going to see a lot of 20 personnel today.
So 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for the Red Devils. A high potent running attack is what Dave Valetti and the coaching staff's known for here at Springville. They'll have the one back. They'll hand it off, fumble though, and it's loose and covered by the Hawks.
Holy cow. Exactly what both coaches told us pregame. We want to control the controllables, right? We don't want to make mistakes that are unforced. And right out of the gate, Alta takes advantage of the dropped ball in the backfield, and the Hawks have great field position to go strike.
And that was Mason Clark, the linebacker, that comes up with the fumble recovery, and Alta's back in business into Springville territory at the 37-yard line.
Mason Clark's another name to keep an eye out for. He is all over the field for this Alta Hawks team last year, and they are so excited to see what he can provide this year.
So 1st and 10 from the 37. 3 wideouts to the left for Kachi as the Red Devils show pressure. Pagel out of the backfield. Kachi with plenty of time. Good pocket now. Floats it far side. He's got a Pagel out there, and it's incomplete, but a flag is going to be called on the secondary here, as that was number 23, Bronson Shriver, that was tripped up near the 20.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact out there. It looked like they had a little rubber out between Pagel and wrong name there. Bronson Shriver right? And in that moment, it looked like we got some defenders crossing through and a little bit of bumping, and it's going to be a nice little game there based off of the yellow laundry on the field.
So that'll be a penalty on the Springville defense, and that will move Alta on the doorstep of the red zone on their second drive tonight. 10:08 to play here in our opening quarter. It'll be 3 wideouts to the right this time for Kachi. Send Clayton in motion. Now Kachi gonna fade to the end zone, right in the breadbasket. Touchdown, Alta!
Wow, I love the motion out of the beginning of the 3x1. Excuse me. They go 3x1, 2x2, and immediately they throw the fade ball right up to Breck Warren, and that ball by Xavier Kochi could not have been any better. I mean, just beautifully dropped right over the top of the defender, and what a strike by the Hawks.
That's to Breck Warren in the corner for the first points of the 2026 season, as Alta's on the board here early in our first quarter. Madden McAllister will be the place kicker for the Alta Hawks. His brother, Jack McAllister, playing soccer at the University of Portland after a great senior season here at Alta last year. And his first kick is up and good. And with 9:56 to play, here in our opening quarter, it's Alta 7 and the Springville Red Devils nothing. I want to remind you, tonight's game brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Remember FDIC. So Alta gets a turnover on the first play of scrimmage for Springville. They turn it into points, and they take their first lead of the 2026 year.
If you're Coach Burdett, right, this is exactly what you want to see, right? Your offense comes out, goes 3 and out. A little bit of stalling. You're trying to, emphasize the point of attack and the line of scrimmage, and immediately your defense takes advantage of the mistake, and your offense responds beautifully after the 3 and out. It's a good start by the Hawks and nice resiliency.
So Alta ready to tee this one back up. 9:56 to play in our opening quarter. It's been a fun first 3 minutes of the season.
Yeah, it's kept us a little bit entertained, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. Nice, beautiful evening tonight. Temperatures in the 70s. We had some rain earlier.
Absolute football weather.
As a high kick is going to be a bounce at the 15-yard line. That one's loose, and Springville able to get onto it. As almost another turnover by the Red Devils, but it is going to be collected, and it'll be Springville first down near the 15.
Coach Valetti mentioned to us pregame, no matter what, all he wants to see, right, is his team being able to take care of things, the little things, the small mistakes, and being able to settle in. And that'll be a point of emphasis, I'm sure, with him over these next couple drives, is it's helping the guys get comfortable and getting used to, playing against somebody that's not yourself.
So 1st and 10 here for the Red Devils. Fumbled on their last possession. Burton in the offense going 5 wideouts on this one. As Burton, far side, connects with his receiver out past the 25, and that is Ryder Giles with the first down for Springville.
Nice little, pitch and catch there by the Springville Red Devils. I love this for Ryder Burton, right? Let's get him in a groove. We have this fumble. It feels disastrous, that first snap of the game. And then all of a sudden, you just get a nice quick pitch, and you're off on a first down. Really, really nice play call there.
So 1st and 10. Interesting to see throwing out of Dave Valetti, calling the offense for the first time as a head coach of the Springville Red Devils.
I don't think we should be shocked if we see more of that tonight.
1st and 10 from the 26. They'll hand this one off, and flags fly before this one gets going.
I think we had a little bit of early movement. Yeah, it looked like it was Steven Tua was a little bit early on that blitz off the backside edge, and they're going to catch him on it.
So that'll be offside on Alta, and be 5 new yards for Springville. Springville, again, the runners-up a season ago in 5A. It's only the second regular season meeting between these two schools, 6th meeting all time.
That's just a shock, actually.
As they'll hand it off on first down and right into the teeth of the Alta defense. First one there looks like number 17, Malachi Lamb. First one there for Alta.
Yeah, it looked like they had a little counter play called there. Right, guard's going to pull across the edge there, kick out the end, and we're going to have our the fullback essentially lead up through that gap. But Malachi Lamb was there to meet him head on pressure there, and really good stick to stop him for only a gain of 2.
So second and call it a long 3 here for Springville. Got Wesley Yearsley in the backfield with Burton here for second and short. They're going to pitch it out to Yearsley. Looks for a seam, and that's going to get to the 35, and that's where they'll be stopped for a 3rd and short.
And actually, we're going to have Trayton Harris in the backfield. We're going to have our Trayton Harris sighting. And, don't be shocked to see a lot of him as well, right? He has been a steady force for them for going on a couple years now, and he's going to be a big part of this offense. 3rd and 1 is exactly where you want to be if you're Springville. This is a great spot to be, and nice and ahead of the sticks. 490
yards rushing and 6 touchdowns last season as a junior for Trayton Harris, is the leading returner as far as stat production for Springville. 3rd and 1 here for the Red Devils. Need the 36 to move the chains. They throw far side, lowering the shoulder and getting his Giles for a first down.
Coach Valetti mentioned to me pregame, we talked a little bit about their run game and how they're going to attack things. Well, the screen game is a part of the run game, ladies and gentlemen, and this is definitely a way that you're going to see the Red Devils, spread the field, get outside, and take advantage of numbers. Great play call there on 3rd down to get the first down, as we've got a black bag screaming across the back end of the field here.
Referees conferring. A little bit of wind out there.
Just a little bit as we have storms blowing in.
Yep, there's a chance of rain potentially in the second half. Hopefully it stays away and stays sunny like it is at the moment.
But it's Utah. Give it 10 minutes. It'll go away.
Had some rainstorms come through earlier today. Had all 3 games that kicked off the season last night in a weather delay due to that storm that came through last night.
Usually I'm a proponent of playing through the storms, but last night's was definitely not possible.
1st and 10 for Springville at the 40-yard line. Man in motion to the left side. They're going to hand it off, and Harris is going to fight his way for about 3 or 4 yards out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, old school Springville counter right there. Nice kick out on the front side of the play there. Fullback leads up. Great run by Trayton Harris and a really nice gain on 1st down to get ahead of the sticks with a 2nd and 6 look.
So Springville moving the ball efficiently on drive number 2 so far here tonight. Clock running to about 6:20 to go here in our opening quarter. 7-0 Alta if you're just joining us. 25-yard strike from Xavier Kachi to Breck Warren. As Burton, play action hit as he throws it deep and almost intercepted there by Warren. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down.
Looks like we've got a little bit of extracurricular on the back end of that. They might give them with a penalty. Yep, they're going to give Springville, looks like potentially a pass interference call, and probably going to give them the 1st down. One of the things to note there on that play, though, Springville is a heavy running team, right? They are going to force you to fill the box. Springville saw that look and wanted to take advantage of it for sure.
That's a hold is the call on Altus, but it is a 1st down thanks to the 10 yards. So it moves in Springville into Alta territory for the first time tonight. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Alta 46-yard line. Right in front of the blockade, their brand new field here at Alta this season. As they try the jet sweep, breaking his way back is Lakatoki, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe get 1 yard. That's a perfect time to talk to our players to watch, brought to you by Trucordia. Lucky Toki, one of our guys to watch here for Springville.
Yeah, Lucky Toki is one that Coach Valetti is extremely excited about. Big-bodied wide receiver and corner, very physically imposing player, and somebody who will be involved in this offense as well as the defense quite a bit tonight.
2nd and 9 after the gain of 1. Just past halfway gone here in our opening quarter of the 2026 season. Yearsley goes back in motion. They'll hand this one off to Harris. Still pushing that pile ahead and fights his way down to the 42.
I love that run from Trayton Harris because you had a flock of Hawks on him in a heartbeat, right? And as it looks like he's about to go down, he drops the Cam Scadaboo, puts that hand in the ground, is able to kind of just keep trudging forward and gets a nice gain of, 2-3 yards there. Here's the big deal, right? If you are Springville, you want to stay ahead of that 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 look. A little bit behind the sticks right now. Look for a pass to be able to get this first down.
3rd and 6 here for the Red Devils. 4 wideouts in the formation. Send one in motion, and a false start is going to be called on Springville.
It's 3 steps forward, 1 step back kind of situation, it feels like. One of the big things, we mentioned this early, these offensive lines are extremely young. Right? Brigham Durfee is the steadying force for Springville's offensive line. The rest of the group is brand new. This is a little bit of just growing pains.
A lot of the production from the offense a season ago graduating. Now 3rd and 11 as Burton looks to throws it way over the head of his intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down here for Springville, and they'll send the punt team out.
One of the things I'm really impressed with this Alta team so far, they're letting things come to them, right? They're dictating what's going on, but they aren't going outside of themselves. They're, we like to put it as, know your job, do your job. The Hawks are knowing their job and doing their job, and it's paying off right now.
So we'll see the punt team out. Rylan Clayton back at his own 10 to receive this for Alta. It's a good high kick. It's going to go down near the end zone and bounce into the gray paint, and that will be a touchback. Reminder, tonight's game brought to you by Waddups Insurance. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddups Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddups Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663. That's 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. So Alta will start 1st and 10 at the 20. Touchdown on the last drive. So they open up the year with 7 points. Looking to add to it here with 4 wideouts, 3 to the right side. Got the twin brother of Xavier Maximus Kachi right on the right edge of the tight end spot. Kachi right over the middle to Maximus, but he can't hang on to it. Great hit there by number 4 for the Springville Red Devils. That's Wesley Yearsley with the breakup.
That's Captain Wesley Yearsley, okay? Great job getting after the ball right there because Maximus is wide open right up the seam there. They got exactly what they wanted from the Springville defense, and Yearsley does a great job at attacking the hip and the ball on Kachi and is able to force the incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Trevin Cook now in the backfield for Alta. And they'll hand it off to Cook on 2nd down. Gets out of a tackle, breaks his way here to the near side, and close to a 1st down. They'll give it to him. You pick up a 10 for Trevin Cook.
I love the stretch pay call by the Hawks here. They do a great job attacking on the front side. And the big block that opened everything up was Maximus Kachi. Gets the incompletion on the first play here, drops the ball, comes back and just breaks up a great lane for Trevin Cook to start running through. And, they should be.
They haven't moved the sticks yet.
Yeah.
The marker is still back at the 20-yard line.
Maximus Kachi is a big man down there.
Kachi standing at 6'1", 247 as a senior. Ironically, got the same offers as Xavier does. A couple of Division III schools. As Kachi setting up the screen, collects to Trevin Cook, and Cook's out to the 35. That's where he'll be met by the Springville defense.
Great job by the Springville defense. You know, they attack the quarterback, right? As they see that it's screened, they attack him, try and force pressure. And then the linebackers did a really good job at filling up on the second level to be able to take care of that screen pass and you know, gain a 5, but a good job at not letting it get to be more.
2nd and 5 here for Alta as we approach 3 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. 7-0 Alta. Send a man in motion. And Kachi will give it off to Cook, and Cook's through the first level and out past the 40 for a first down.
You know, for a young offensive line, I'm really impressed with this Alta offensive line, right? They're moving bodies. They had a tough first series, right? They got blown up a little bit. They were trying to get comfortable. But since then, you're starting to see them move bodies, open up holes, and a couple really good runs from Trevin Cook right out of the gate here on this third series for the Hawks, and really look like they're finding kind of a little bit of a role.
Interesting note that Tucker Brown was the most of the offense last season for Alta. The top 4 rushers from the season ago are all back here for Alta this season. Cook led the Hawks in rushing last year with just shy of 500 yards as he gets the carry on first down and gets about 1.
You know, I'm not down there and I'm not seeing what Cook's seeing, but what I am seeing is big number 14, his kind of tight end, H-back, screaming through, lead blocking, and he just seemed to bounce it backside instead of following his guy through. Obviously not having an end zone cut makes it a little bit hard to know, but I definitely think I would have liked to have seen him follow his man up there. The Springville defense did a great job at suffocating the line of scrimmage there.
So Alta will face 2nd and 9. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. As Kachi will throw, decides to tuck it and run, and he will slide near the 48-yard line. You mentioned in the pregame, had 52 touchdowns last year, 22 of them on the ground last year.
You know, he's a very mature runner, right? Like, he just took what the defense gave him and then said, I don't need to take a hit, right? And that is that senior leadership. That's knowing what he needs to do to be able to move the offensive along. And, you know, they got him to that 3rd and 5 range, and, you know, now they can open up the whole playbook still.
3rd and 5 here for Alta. Need the Springville 48 for a first down. Down to the final minute of the first quarter. Kachi will pitch it out to Cook, and Cook, good pursuit there by the Springville defense, as that was number 2, Cooper Creer, first one there, and it's 4th down.
Cooper Creer did a great job at scraping over the top of that Alta offensive line and attacking at the point of attack there. Does a great job and is able to stall out the drive. You know, we sat there, complimented that Hawk offense, finding some consistency. And there it was, a little bit of slowdown and a great job by the Springville defense to tighten up and get the stop.
So that'll bring the punt team out for Alta in our final 10 seconds of the quarter. McAllister back to kick. And we'll let it go as Toki will fair catch it near the 10-yard line with 1 second left here in our first quarter. So we'll keep it here. Almost through our first 12 minutes of the first quarter of the season. It's been fun so far here on a beautiful night here in Alta. The clouds have kind of parted. We got the blue sky, had the sunlight coming in.
I'm a little biased, but I do think it's the best view in high school football here.
And we have the mountains just to our west side, or east side, I should say.
Yeah, people hanging out in their backyards. It's the best. Well, there's not anybody today, but that's the dream.
So 1st and 10 at the 14, make it the 13-yard line. Final play here of the first quarter. As Burton will look to throw, and there's flags. Another procedure penalty most likely upcoming.
You know, through this first quarter, and I guess we can let it go to break here, but definitely I think this first quarter, the most impressive thing has been Alta's calmness. They've been very calm. They've played confident and really haven't made a lot of mistakes to beat themselves in this first quarter.
Penalty was on Alta, and a legal substitution looked like the call was. I think that's what it was.
Right after I say that they're controlling all the controllables.
So 1 second still left to go here in the quarter. Well, 1st and 5 now. As Burton will hand this one off. Harris goes nowhere. Will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and that will do it for our first quarter of the 2026 season. It is the Hawks with a 7-0 lead here on KSL Sports Rewind. We'll take a break, be back with the second quarter. You're watching Alta football on the Rewind Sports Network.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Have you ever wanted to get $2,000 more for your trade-in? Well, now you can with the power of 3. 1. Go to kbb.com or kellybluebook.com. 2. Put your VIN number and your miles in and get the value on your vehicle. And 3. Get into Generous Auto in the Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, where we're giving you $2,000 more than KBB for your trade-in. GenerousAuto.com, Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, creating smiles for miles.
Welcome back. Ready to start quarter number 2 here between Alta and Springville. The Hawks with a 7-0 lead here on KSL Sports Rewind. Matt Coma, Braden Peterson with you here tonight. Glad you guys could spend your Friday night with us with some high school football here. We're kicking off the high school football season this week. About a couple weeks away from college football starting. The NFL's right around the corner. It's a great time to be here in the fall.
I don't know what they were saying when the most wonderful time of the year is during Christmas. I'm pretty sure I'd put a big, big vote right here for this fall season, but I'm biased. Also, Charlie Gates was the one on the tackle on that last play. Big name to keep an eye out for that Coach Burdett's really excited about.
2nd and 5 after the tackle for no gain on that last play to close out the first quarter. Burton to throw, looks deep, he's got a man out there just a little too far. Intended for Sam Nadal.
Yeah, they had a really good chance there to get Sam the ball. Had just a tight window and just overthrew him just a little bit. Sam Nadal is a big part of this Springville team, and they're going to want to get him integrated as fast as they can. You know, if you're Springville, settling in and finding a little bit of a groove, those quick pitch and catch throws, those things are really going to be big for Ryder here to get kind of in a groove.
3rd and 5 now here for Springville. Got a bunch. Formation on the left-hand side with 3 wideouts. Burton looks that way. He's got a man out there, and he's met immediately by the Alta defense. Good pursuit there by number 8. That's Charlie Gates. You just mentioned him. And he comes up with another big tackle for the Alta defense.
Charlie Gates did a great job at cleaning up the screen, but it looked like it was Thomas Deckert right out of the gate that absolutely lit up Ryder Giles as he caught that ball. And then, like you said, Gates was right there to clean it all up. And this Hawk defense has been really suffocating to start this game.
So Springville will punt after the short gain. Rylan Clayton back and near his own 45. As that punt is blocked by the Hawks, and it's collected and brought into the end zone. Touchdown, Alta.
Wow, wow, wow. I don't know whose big hands got on that thing. I know there was a host of Hawks right there, but Lucas Pagel was quick to the recovery. And who would have thought his first touchdown of the year is on a blocked punt? Wow. little bit of excitement down there for the Alta Hawks.
So the Hawks get the turnover on defense and take it to the house. The blocked punt returned by Lucas Pagel, and it'll be 13-0 pending the extra point here from McAllister. Kick is up, and it is good. With 11:06 to play here in our second quarter, it is now the Hawks 14 and the Springville Red Devils nothing here on KSL Sports Rewind. We'll take a break. Be right back. Welcome back. 14-0 Hawks here on the Rewind Sports Network. Glad you guys could join us for tonight's broadcast. Two great coaches taking the helms here in Springville and Alta. Dave Valetti in his 5th season and Blake Burdett in his 3rd season here for the respective schools.
It was real fun talking with Coach Burdett pregame. You know, made mention that there's kind of a fun tie between he and Coach Valetti as they played rugby together up at the University of Utah. And they just couldn't speak more glowingly of each other as we talked to them before the game tonight.
And this one will head into the end zone and will be a touchback.
But one mention that I thought was really interesting that Coach Burdett made was that he really felt like the dynamic between the coaches and the team feels different this year. They feel like they're in a place where they're all kind of humming and on the same page. And one of those things is that they are in year 3, right? Their culture finally feels like it's starting to take hold. And to start this game, you can feel this togetherness. They just feel like they are all together, working together, and look really, really good to start.
Looking at some live scores from around the state of Utah here on our opening night. It's brought to you by the John M. Huntsman School of Business up at Utah State University. We'll have that up for a little bit and throughout the season. As 1st and 10 here for the Red Devils. Burton to throw. Steps up in the pocket, takes a deep shot. It's got a man out there. Caught by Toki.
Wow. You just got to see why they are so excited about Leka Toki right there. Hits him on a deep post pattern, and what a beautiful ball by Beckett Burton. I love this, right? They either needed to find a rhythm for Beckett or they needed to take a shot and get some energy into this offense. Well, they took the shot, and actually that's Bradley Miller in at quarterback right now. I don't know if Bradley threw that ball or if that was Beckett that threw that ball. But what an absolute beautiful throw to, flip the field and get the Red Devils into the Alta territory for the first time tonight.
If that was Beckett that threw that ball, that'd be his career long for a throw in his high school career. But Springville calls timeout here with 10:28 to go in the quarter. We'll take a timeout too here on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Okay, so now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Still into first.
Welcome back. As Springville, after the big play, calls timeout to try to kind of reset things. Looked like a little bit of confusion. His first week of the season.
Everybody's getting comfortable. They do have Bradley Miller in the game right now.
Yep.
Beckett Burton is on the sideline. I do think it was Beckett who threw that ball. Be interesting to see what the plan is with Miller coming into the game here.
So Bradley Miller makes his debut for the Springville Red Devils. The junior quarterback here on first down. Got two wideouts to the left, and he'll give it over to Toki on that side. Cuts through a tackle and out near the 30, pickup of 8. Good there, pitch and catch there for a pickup of 8 yards.
Yeah, really confident throw, and the name that they wanted to get involved, Leka Toki, And you're seeing why. Extremely shifty with that ball in his hands. And a great gain of 8 there just on that quick pitch and catch. That screen game we talked about, that's an extension of their run game, especially with this young offensive line.
2nd and 2. 2 wideouts. Got Harris in the backfield. They'll pitch it to him. He's got the corner, got the first down, and out of bounds near the 26.
Yeah, just a nice pitch out to the top side of the screen here. And I'm looking for number 82, and I'm not seeing him, but I saw the block at the top side there, young man, and absolutely plants his man up on the top side to allow Trayton Harris to get the first down, and a great block by the wide receiver.
Able to move the chains, and Springville on the move here in the second quarter. No points in that opening frame, but
they look like they found a little confidence right here, Matt.
Gonna throw near side. Harris out of a tackle, and he'll be gobbled up there by Thomas Deckert. Picks up about 5.
I really love the switch up that Coach Valletti's gone to here, right? We've mentioned this over and over again, but this offensive line is young. It's inexperienced, right? And this Alta defensive front is really physical. So how do you make the ball seem like you're running it? How do you stretch the field? How do you do that? It's swing passes. It's screen passes, right? It's getting outside without having to always block the 7 guys right in front of you. And it's working so far this drive. I really, really like it, and should help spread out the box.
2nd and 6 now for the Springville Red Devils. 8:26 to go and counting here in our second quarter. And more movement by the Red Devils. That'll move Springville back 5 yards.
And back to that 3 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, I mentioned that I was saying it was the first time they had flipped the field. I remember now, they flipped the field once, but then we went backwards immediately. So they're showing signs of life. It's just finding a little bit of consistency and not beating yourself.
We talked with both coaches before the game. That was the big thing that both coaches wanted to see, just being able to be clean on those procedure calls.
I think every coach wants that because they just know it's not going to happen.
2nd and 11 here for Springville. Looking far side. She gets there just in time. As that'll be caught by Ryder Giles over the far side, but good pursuit there by the Alta defense.
Yeah, it looked like Hosni Suleiman and Thomas Deckert both there to be just absolute feasting on the Red Devil with the catch there. You know, that is a long, long throw by the young quarterback. And great placement, good job, just better job by the Hawk defense.
Pick up about 4, brings up 3rd and 7, 7:20 to go in the second quarter. 14-0 Alta. Man in motion. Now throw far side, and that one's incomplete, a little bit behind his intended receiver.
You could see what the Red Devils wanted right out of the gate. They pretty much had single to zero high safety there. Deckert was playing really, really tight to the box. And the Red Devils decided, hey, we're going to break this off. Let's just get to the sticks, get a first down. Had their man just a little off there on the throw.
So the Valetti will keep the offense out there for 4th down. Be 4th and 7 here with 7:09 to go. Need to get to the 17-yard line for a first down.
Watch this bottom side here with number 9.
Usually in motion. Going to fake the handoff. Miller looking. He's got a man out there, and it's caught. That is Ryder Giles with the first down, and the Springville Red Devils are in the red zone.
There it was again. It's the single side receiver, right? No help by the Alta defense, and so they take him one-on-one. And Giles does a great job of just breaking that off at the sticks, and just a great throw by Bradley Miller. Sorry, young man, but wow, what an impressive drive for your first game here at Springville High School, huh?
That'll be 1st and goal as they get to the 9-yard line. Springville looking for their first points of the year. Miller fakes the handoff, now gives it off to Tupou, and he's down to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6-yard line. First carry of the season for Damian Tupou.
Good little misdirection there, right? Fake the pitch out, come back underneath with the run to Tupou, and good little gain there. And so much misdirection and action going on there that don't be shocked if you see play action come off of something like that later on.
Actually a loss of, nope, it was down to the 6, so a pickup of about 3. Second and goal. 3 wideouts to the right here for Miller.
Watch your single high side.
Yearsley in the backfield here. And it's Miller. Looks that way. He's got his man. Touchdown, Springville.
Who other than Sam Nall? Just a great quick slant out of him. Breaks that off, and just a great throw by Bradley Miller. Hey, welcome to the ranks, young man. Just drive your boys right down the field and execute with dang near perfection. That was wonderful. That was a great drive by the Red Devil offense.
That'll be the first Springville touchdowns for both Miller and Nadald as they get their first points of the year. Ben Smith on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Actually, that's Phoenix Marks that comes up with the extra point, and Springville able to cut the lead in half. It's 14-7 with 5:43 to play.
Phenomenal response by the Red Devils. Right, you couldn't have had anything worse happen than a blocked punt for a touchdown. What do? Offense comes right in. You switch quarterbacks, big throw down the field, another couple quick pitch and catches, and then you found the mismatches. You took advantage of them and brought your team right down the field. That was executed perfectly. Love the play calling by Coach Valetti. Great execution by the boys on the field.
So 14-7 our score with 5:43 to go to halftime. This game almost going exactly the script as last season's regular season matchup between these two schools. It was 14-0 Alta after the first quarter. And then it was 3 straight touchdowns for Springville in the second quarter to take a halftime lead. There was no score in the third quarter. Both teams kind of went back and forth in that fourth quarter, kind of shaping up that way here in this one too.
So what you're saying is we're in for an exciting Week 1 matchup.
Well, what would you expect? Both these teams expected to do pretty well. Springville picked to finish second in their region behind Orem. Alta picked to finish third in Region 6. As this kick will be returnable and near the 5-yard line as Breck Warren has got some room on the far side, hurdles a man, he's out past the 30. Good return from Warren. He's had himself a day so far.
Yeah, that was a great return by Warren. I loved the patience that he had. He just let everything settle and just took what was given to him. Really, really nice return. And great field position to start here. 5 minutes. You don't have to press, right? Just break it down, get down the field, at least flip the field here if you're the Hawks and give yourself an opportunity to score.
So Kachi and the offense comes back out. As Brandon mentioned, 5:36 to go to halftime. 14-7 now the score. Hawks will hand it off, fake the handoff. Kachi with some room, dumps it off to his brother in Maximus out past the 35 and fights his way to the 38-yard line.
Golly, you got like a Patrick Richard out there in Maximus Kachi. Great catch. He gets that down around the ankles, sneaks it up, runs through a couple guys. Great first down call. I love that fake. And then the little dump out with the tight end just leaking out the back there. That was a great first play call and a really good way to start.
2nd and 2 as we approach 5 minutes to go. Kachi has time. Now rolls out of the pocket. Has room. He's going to take it himself. He's out past the 45, out to midfield. And he's wrestled out of bounds.
Two of the titans of this game, Trayton Harris and Xavier Kachi, out there meeting head-to-head. And great job by Kachi. I haven't had a ton of experience watching him play, but I love his game. He's so patient. He just lets the game come to him. Really, really nice job just keeping the defense at bay, thinking he's going to throw that ball, and then tucks it and gets a nice gain of about 15 or so there, it looked like.
So able to get out to midfield. That was a good gain there by Kachi. Stops the clock at 4:45 to go in the half. And timeout. It's going to be called by the Hawks. So timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll be back here in just a moment here on KSL Sports Rewind.
Have you ever wanted to get $2,000 more for your trade-in? Well, now you can with the power of 3. 1. Go to kbb.com or kellybluebook.com. 2. Put your VIN number and your miles in and get the value on your vehicle. And 3. Get into Generous Auto in the Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, where we're giving you $2,000 more than KBB for your trade-in. GenerousAuto.com, Sandy Southtown Auto Mall, creating smiles for miles.
Welcome back. 4:45 left in our second quarter. 14-7 Alta here on the Rewind Sports Network. 1st and 10 for Alta at midfield. Three wideouts near side. Kachi able to spin out of a sack, and look at him go. Xavier Kachi, and the senior in Springville territory, and picks up 15.
Good gracious, young man. Trayton Harris had him in his sights, had him wrapped up 5 yards behind, and he gave him an old whoop and gave him the spin, and he was out for a nice 15-yard gain again. I'm extremely impressed with his feet, and again, it's the calm demeanor. He just doesn't seem stressed.
Able to spin out that tackle, too. He was dead to rights in the backfield there.
That was beautiful.
Able to turn into 15 yards. 1st and 10 at the 35. Sandeman in motion. Now Kachi to throw. Good pocket this time. Pressure comes, and that one's incomplete. Intended for Clayton. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, really good coverage for the most, or really good pass protection by the offensive line there for the most part, but the absolute just will to get to the quarterback by Dylan Smith is what really broke up that play. Number 18 on the top side of your screen. He just continued to fight and fight and fight. And by the time Kachi had somebody open to throw to, he was able to get home and really cause the pressure to force the incompletion there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 with 4:09 to go. As
Alta's running guys all over the field.
play clock down to 4. Got 2, 1. Clock's at 0. Clock's still at 0. They get the clock off. As they go deep near side, great catch on the near side. That's Hosni Sullivan with the catch.
Wow, what a great back shoulder ball there, right? Trying to get the snap off, finally get it off. Hosni Sullivan does a great job at putting his foot in the ground, flipping that back shoulder around, and Kachi delivers an absolute strike right on the outside shoulder. And again, that looks like about a 20-yard gain for the Alta Hawks.
Now into the red zone for the 2nd time tonight. 1 for 1. 1st and 10 from the 15. Kachi again to throw. Pressure coming. Able to get out of the first wave. Spins out of a second one and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Harris in there for the tackle, along with number 58 for the Red Devils. That's Brigham Durfee, the other captain on that defense.
I don't know what you call a group of Red Devils. You ever thought about what that would be called?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We'll come back to that later. But we had one of those right there as the Red Devils were just swarming. I kind of like that. Kachi in the backfield there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Clock down to 3 minutes to go to halftime. Kachi this time has space, throws over the middle and in and out of the hands. Clayton brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, he had Rylan Clayton just on a little angle route. He took that outside, got a little bit of leverage on his defensive back, cut it back in. He was open, just missed him a little bit high and outside. And as they said in Major League, just a bit outside.
Kind of in between receivers, too. He also had Kuiper Coyle out there. Both of them in that slant kind of pattern, kind of split the 2 receivers there.
Really dangerous situation there, frankly.
3rd and 10 after the incompletion, and we got a Hawk coming on late. And that's Pagel. Cook in the backfield as Kachi will throw. Sets up the screen to Cook, and it's read brilliantly by Yearsley, and it's going backwards.
That's Captain Yearsley to the rescue right there. An absolute great reading there. As an offensive line, you know the screenplay's coming. That is your man. That is the guy you can't let blow it up. And I think we saw 3 Hawks kind of flutter around him, and the Red Devil just shot the gap and took care of business. That was a great play by Wesley Yearsley.
So we're going to see Beckham Blanco that's number 15. That is McAllister still out there. His first field goal attempt of his career. This one from 34 yards out. High snap, able to get the kick away. It's got enough distance, and it's good. So the soccer player turned kicker gets his first career field goal and extends the lead back out to 10.
Hey, you got to love seeing pressure in his eyes and able to just absolutely dial it in. Great kick. Lots of confidence in the young kicker from Coach Burdett there. That's a big opportunity to let him go out there and get some experience right here at the end of the half. Love that drive by the Hawks. Everything was about just taking what was given to him, right? It looked like they wanted to throw the ball a lot there, and Xavier Kachi just took what was given. A lot of it was with his feet, and really, really good response by the Hawks there.
So 17-7 the score with 2:10 to play here in our second quarter. Interesting note with the McAllisters, we mentioned that's Madden's first ever field goal. He plays defense on the soccer team. The Alta, of course, great boys soccer program throughout the years. His brother, Jack McAllister, also kicked. He was attempting state record field goals last season as a senior. He's playing soccer at the University of Portland. So the McAllister family, a soccer pedigree here at Alta High. As McAllister lets this one go. And this one goes well into the end zone for a touchback.
You know, don't call me a politician here, because I'm sitting here bouncing back and forth, and I apologize. As much as that was good by the Hawks to be able to respond, for the Red Devils in this football game, that was absolutely huge to be able to get that stop right there and have an opportunity to keep it to a one-score game with a score here, right? You get an opportunity, 2-minute offense. Let's see the response.
They have 2 timeouts left, 2:10 on the clock. They do get the ball to start the second half as well. So still things in play for the Red Devils. They will begin 1st and 10 at the 20.
Bradley Miller is back at quarterback again.
So the junior quarterback back out there to lead the offense. Got that touchdown pass to Nadal on the last drive. 4 wideouts on this one. They'll send Tupou in motion. Now 3 to the right. Fake the handoff. Pressure comes up the middle, and he goes down. Getting in there is Malachi Lamb for the sack.
Malachi Lamb had enough of the positive talk about this Springville offense. He said, stop it. Let me shut it down. And just blows through that offensive line for a great sack and a huge, huge start to this drive. Wow. What a great play.
Loss of 7 on the sack. First sack of the year for the Alta defense.
As an offensive lineman, that's a heartbreaking play right there. You have to take a real big, deep breath and regather yourself to be able to finish this drive.
Only 3 down linemen here for Alta on 2nd and long here for Springville. Is Miller going to let it fly? He's got Nadal out there in double coverage. A little too far incomplete.
He had the right idea, and Nadal was streaking up into an open area of the field, just a little bit high and outside. That ball looked like it left his hand a little funny. I mean, it flew nice, but it just felt like there was a little bit of something behind it that wasn't normal. I like the play call. It was there, just missed opportunity.
1:20 left on the clock. Clock stops after the incompletion. 3rd and 17 here for Springville, down 10. And Harris in the backfield, 3 wideouts. Hawks rush 4. Miller gets taken down again as the Hawks get in there. This time it's number 44, Lisiate Jr. Fevaliaki.
Wow. Lisiate just absolutely takes care of business on that right tackle and comes streaking in. And what a response by that Hawk defense. they just got methodically picked apart on the last drive, and they said, not tonight, not again, not going to happen, and that defensive front attacked.
So the clock is stopped at 1:08 here, but no one's called a timeout yet. And it looks like Alta did call the timeout with 1:11 to play, so Alta's going to get a chance to put points up here before the end of the half. Already up 17-7 here in this opener, trying to win their season opener here tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting. Alta went to a too-high look there. Kind of took away the quick throws that they were able to hit underneath, trying to force them to kind of hit the over-the-top shots and ultimately making that offensive line work a little bit more. And Alta took advantage of it. They did a great job there. 2 sacks right there in that series. Hadn't had any sacks to date, or to the period. To date's a little dramatic.
Second in the game. They had 30 on the season last year.
I will say today is accurate. It's just a little foolish, but it's fine.
Just 2 on the same drive is impressive. And Springville will punt from their own end zone here. Clayton is back at midfield, as Alta's already got a blocked punt already. This one's going to be well short. Clayton comes up all the way to the 34-yard line to make a fair catch. And Alta will have great field position to try and put more points up on the board here.
Yeah, I mean, you just saw McAllister's leg. He doesn't need much more out of this offense to be able to get more points on the board at a bare minimum. But the way this Alta offense kind of hummed on the last drive, I wouldn't be shocked if they find pay dirt here.
1:05 to go, 1 timeout left here for Alta, up 17-7. Looking to add to the lead here. Kachi has time over the middle, over to Kachi, who's inside the 25 and down to the 21. That'll be a first down and stops the clock.
Great catch by Maximus across the middle and good ball by Xavier. Just a really, really nice play design and great protection by the offensive line, too.
Clock running under a minute to go now, 50 seconds left, 1st and 10 at the 22. Offense gets the call from the sideline. 4 wideouts here for Kachi. Looking, has a good pocket, now stays up ahead. Throw tipped, almost caught. In and out of the hands of Breck Warren. He had visions of the end zone if he held on to that one.
There was visions of disaster, touchdown, all of the above. We've talked about Xavier Kachi and how much he's just played with what the defense has given him. He took a risk there. Throwing late across the middle of the field is like rule number 1, don't do. And it almost paid off and almost ended up in a pick.
So 2nd and 10, clock stops at 31 seconds. Kachi has time, throws the floater to the far side of 50-50 battle there. It's incomplete.
I like it. They're letting him play on the top side there. We didn't really see Lekatoki on that last drive on the offensive side of the ball for Springville, but you saw him there just locking up Bronson Shriver and not even allowing him to get anywhere off the ball there.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 here for Alta. Need to get to the 13 for a first down. 25 seconds left here in the half. 1 timeout left. 3 wideouts to the right. Red Devils show pressure. They'll rush 4. Kachi has time, gets out of the first tackle, and able to get about 2 yards as he's wrestled down there by Dylan Smith. And we'll see. They'll call the timeout with 17 seconds left.
Yeah, another really good effort play by Dylan Smith there. He got to his point on his rush, saw Kachi start to, move up the pocket and does a great job attacking him as he only gets a gain of about maybe 1 or 2 at most. And a really, really nice job by this Springville defense to just get knocked back and settle in and get the stop here.
Interesting to call the timeout with 19 seconds left. Or was it Springville that called the timeout? I doubt it.
Yeah,
I think it was Coach Burdett that called it.
No, I mean, it's your 4th down. You want to kick the field goal here, right? So stop the clock. Allow yourself to, not feel rushed.
Just run it down.
If you've got it, use it, right?
Sure. I would say just run it down to maybe like 5 seconds or so. But
I mean, I guess I'm an offensive lineman. My clock management skills are never anything special. But I do agree with you, when you put it in that direction, you could let it run down there close.
It is 4th down, so.
I completely take back everything I said. You've completely spun me in a loop.
It's our first week, too, up here in the booth
fine.
as well.
It's fine. I'm just all over the place. That makes too much sense to, run the clock down and call it with, 3 seconds left.
That's my too much time playing college football on the PS5 there. So
I definitely need to do a little bit more of that.
So
I've got a 6-month-old baby girl now, and so,
Hey,
there's better things
congrats.
to do. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So it'll be a 37-yard field goal this time here for McAllister. Hit from 34 on the last drive. Low snap, good hold, and this one's blocked by the Red Devils. Picked up and out to the 37. That was, I believe it's Dylan Smith who came up with the tackle on the 3rd down play. He gets the block and gets the Red Devils out near the 40.
Exactly why you run that clock down is that case in point right there, right? We'd be going into halftime.
Instead, you get Springville with 2 timeouts and 13 seconds left to potentially do something
and
here.
We have seen this Springville offense be able to get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Right? They have been able to throw the ball with quite some accuracy, but it is interesting. Beckett Burton is back on the field.
So it'll be Burton that will be back under center here. As it seems Burton may have more of the arm.
You got Nate Alta at the top and Toki at the bottom here.
3 wideouts in the formation here. 13 seconds left to halftime. 17-7 game. Fake the handoff. Pressure comes. Able to get out of his Burton. He's got room to run, and he will scoot out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Stops the clock with 8 seconds left.
Really smart play by the senior there, right? You automatically see the experience pop in. Knows the clock, understands what's there, takes what he has, and immediately, almost on a 90-degree turn, gets out of bounds.
So maybe one more play left here for Springville. 8 seconds left. They do have the timeouts at their disposal. Four wideouts this time. Burton, play action. Pressure's coming. Able to get out of it as he rolls out. Still looking. Fires. Caught by Toki near the 30, but the clock reads triple zeros. And that will end this first half, and we go to the break.
Feviliaki was screaming down the line of scrimmage, chasing Beckett Burton. There is a little bit of discussion to see how much time is left on that clock.
Springville thought maybe there was a second left here. The referee's discussing near midfield. And there's going to be 1 second left. Wow. They're going to put 1 second back on the clock here, so half not over.
Be big to see the resiliency of the Hawks here because some things have not gone their way in the last 20 seconds. And, I mean, you're looking at now 35 yards to gain on one play.
Much easier of a Hail Mary than it was at the 50.
Yeah,
so.
We've seen that ball leave Beckett's hand the way that it can. This is definitely an opportunity for the Red Devils.
So they're going to get an opportunity here. The ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line. 1 second left in the half. And Springville will call timeout here. So they'll talk it over. It'd be a pretty long field goal from here, so I assume they will take the shot for the end zone.
Yeah, I don't like the kick from, what is it? We're the 34.
So it'll be about a 51-yard field goal.
And the wind in your face. I don't like your odds.
Yeah, wind blowing from right to left on your screen.
And that's a good wind. That's not a light one. That's a good breeze.
So we'll see what the Red Devils come up with here. Again, mentioned Coach Valetti taking over the offense this season. He's usually does the defense for Springville. He's trying out offense this year. See what he comes up with for this last second play.
They've got plenty of weapons. It'll be interesting to see how they deploy them right here. Tough part is they can't go empty. They need somebody in the backfield to help with protection.
2 wideouts to the near, 2 to the far. Burton to throw, pressure comes, fires over the middle, caught by Toki, down to the 1. Almost had an incredible play, and he comes up just short.
Oh my goodness. What a ball by Beckett Burton. What a catch by Leka Toki. And honestly, he just couldn't keep his feet. He keeps his feet, he's walking in. Oh my goodness.
Able to absorb the contact, just couldn't keep the feet. Comes up 1 yard short. Shades of Dyson in the end zone.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
That's the first thing that I could think of.
I did too. I was trying to ignore it, but that's fine. It's fine. It brought tears to my young Brady Peterson heart.
Well, what a thrilling finish to the first half. 2 quarters in the books here at Alta High School. It's the Hawks 17, the Red Devils 7. We'll be back after the halftime break. You're watching Alta football on the Rewind Sports Network.
Everyone knows that having a good credit history makes it easier to save money and get approved for the things in life you need, like credit cards, auto loans, home loans, and a lot more. But here's the problem. Building your credit history takes time. That's why UCCU created Credit Builder, an innovative loan program designed to help you build your credit history and raise your credit score. Visit uccu.com to start building or rebuilding your credit today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Strong Volkswagen is setting you free from high payments and high interest rates. It's our Freedom to Drive sale. Lease a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta S from $199 a month. Get rates as low as 1.9% APR. Or save up to $5,000 on select new VW models. Plus, oil changes are only $59.95, and every vehicle is backed with our no-charge lifetime warranty. Only at Strong Volkswagen. Break free from high prices during our Freedom to Drive sale. Visit strongvw.com.
Some people are born to solve problems, to lead the charge, to build better solutions, to be the driving force behind advanced technologies, to strengthen digital defenses. They're the experts our future needs. Find your brilliance at Weber State.
Welcome back to our reveal show, our high school football schedule this year for Game Night Live, and we now welcome a special guest, the new executive director of the UHSAA, Ryan Bishop. We didn't plan this, but we're doing the show at Davis. You coached a long time for Davis. Is it kind of cool to kind of look at things full circle here, and now you're sitting here where you used to coach?
Well, I'm not going to lie. It burst my bubble a little bit. I thought you planned it because you were having me on the show. No,
should have kept that to myself.
No, it's been great. I actually got here a little bit ago and walked around and walked up and down the halls and saw the whole the old office, and been out on the field. So it's a walk down memory lane. It's been great to be here.
We're really excited about the new partnership. Like, you shouldn't call it new, but the extended partnership we have, being able to do TV games and streaming now of the championship events. What was it about this opportunity with KSL that UHSA felt this was the right move for you guys?
Well, I hadn't been on the job very long when I was approached about it, from our corporate sponsor people there in the office. In fact, I don't even know if I was officially on the job. And to me, it's a no-brainer because I have a strong belief that KSL sports and the high school space go hand in hand. I think that's what people think of when they think of KSL sports. And I know for, me being a building principal the last several years and things, that it was just synonymous when our teams were to be able to, when our teams were participating, to be able to stream and watch during the school day and all the different things. So it was a no-brainer to me. And I just really appreciate the opportunity now that you're providing a platform for people to consume high school activities, sports, all the things in multiple different ways.
So Ryan, football is the most popular sport in this country, but there are a lot of kids playing other sports. And I know what's important to me personally, and I've kind of guessed what's important to the UHSA, but I'd really like you to spell it out. How important is it to have baseball and softball and girls and boys basketball and boys and girls volleyball and on down the line, have all these other sports get the same type of treatment as football? They're not going to be football, but to have them be valued, put on TV and have them televised around the state.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head, but it's imperative. And obviously, football and you talk about basketball, soccer's gotten huge, all those things. Let me tell you this. You know what one of the most streamed things were as we kind of ran the numbers on it? Yeah. Drill.
Oh,
we know.
I mean, come on.
We know. Wildly popular.
The drill world in the state of Utah. And so it's so fun to be able to recognize all those students and those student athletes participating across the state. And that's what I had a couple, principals here that shaped the future of my career here at Davis. And one of the things they used to say is, it is all about that game on Friday night. And when you go out to a football game on Friday night, you have all these different groups, the student government's involved, the cheerleaders are involved, the drill team, all these different things. But the bottom line is when you go up to a tennis match on a Tuesday afternoon, it's just as important to those student athletes and those kids. And so that's why I love this partnership, is I just think it gives us a way to get all of our sports and activities throughout the state and really throughout the country, grandparents, cousins, relatives, family, friends, living all over. And that's the cool thing about it.
Ryan, I'd love to ask you, you've been a coach, you've been an administrator, now obviously executive director at the UHSAA, a lot of experience. And I love that you're listening to everyone from across the state. But when you look at kind of the state of high school sports in the state of Utah right now, where do you feel like they are? How do you feel like they are in terms of where they're at, where they're going, and maybe anything that's top of mind for you?
Well, it gives me cold chills a little bit for you to ask me that. And I was just filming a social media video out here a minute ago before I got on with you guys. And one of the things we said on it was high school activities is the most pure form of competition on the planet. That's what we kind of said in the video. And as I've had an opportunity to meet with executive directors from across the nation this summer, it's been evident to me that just like everything else, I don't want to say we're under attack, but there's a lot of outside forces that are coming down, trickling down, so on and so forth, and up into high school activities. But so much of it is still for the love of the game, and that's the part that you're just never going to be replaced. And we're so unique in the state of Utah. I was just telling somebody the other day, you can go to West High School in the middle of Salt Lake, right next to your guys' office, and they still have a community surrounding that. You go to Panguitch High School in rural Utah, and there's a community feel to their high school, and everybody's involved in it. And it's unique in the state of Utah. Not everybody's like that. And as I've talked to executive directors again this summer, a lot of them are feeling that. But we have that here in Utah, and it just makes me excited to kind of try to keep that as we have all these outside forces trying to, tweak and change things all the time.
Heavy duty isn't just a feature, it's a process. That's why Trailer Boss exclusively works with manufacturers as committed to the craft as we are. And that's how heavy duty happens.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
Come on over here, get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump, get the gooseneck. Loaded up with an ATV trailer. Flatbed, aluminum. Tilt trailers. Come check out these trailers.
It's in the thrill of starting strong, making gains. It's the real connections in between. It's in the satisfaction of being on the move. That brilliant feeling of getting somewhere.
(17-7) your score at the half. Hawks leading the Red Devils here in our Week 1 opener on KSL Sports Rewind. Just got a couple more minutes to halftime, and then the teams will be back out for the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Alta football on the Rewind Sports Network. 17-7 Alta at the half.
Where life grows, home begins. Bank of Utah.
You never know how life's best adventures might begin. Our closest friends can often come by surprise. Our favorite memories are shaped by the experiences we share. Our brightest moments happen when someone believes in us. See yourself in a brilliant future at Weber State.
Come on over here, get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump, get the gooseneck. Loaded up with an ATV trailer. Flatbed, aluminum. Tilt trailers. Come check out these trailers.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Oh, hold up, sweetie. Hospital bills from the accident piled up and insurance company just won't pay for it. Bike's gotta go.
After a car wreck, the insurance company wants you to settle fast for less than you deserve. Don't let them.
Before you talk to the insurance company, talk to us.
Craig Swap and Associates fights to make sure you don't leave money on the table. One call, that's all.
801-444-4444.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun, worked hard, so your family could have the things they want. Everything was going great, until one night when you were hit by a drunk driver. Now you're out of work, bills are piling up, and you're worried about your family. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
All right, football fans, welcome back as we get ready for our second half here between the Alta Hawks and the Springville Red Devils. Alta with a 17-7 lead through 2 quarters of play. Matt Como alongside Braden Peterson for this one. So glad you guys could join us for Friday Night Football, our first broadcast of the 2026 season. It's been fun so far. Glad you guys are along for the ride with us. Just about a minute and a half until we get things back underway. It'll be Springville with the ball to get things started here for our third quarter. Alta will move right to left in the black uniform. Springville in the white uniforms left to right. As it was a fumble recovery for Alta on their first defensive drive. That led to 7 points. A pass from Xavier Kachi to Breck Warren that put 7 points on the board, made it 7-0 Alta. They would make it 14-0 on a blocked punt that was returned into the end zone by Lucas Pagel. That made it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Springville was able to cut the lead in half with a pass from Bradley Miller to Sam Nadal and made it 14-7 in the second quarter. And then the Hawks able to add a 34-yard field goal from Madden McAllister in the second quarter, and that's where we stand at 17-7. Time now to look at our Trucordia players to watch, see how they did through that first one. We highlighted Leka Toki and Trevin Cook. Toki had that great play at the end of the second quarter, just missed getting into the end zone, Braden.
Toki, the biggest thing with him is just being able to find him more consistently out on the field for Springville. He's made really good plays. We just haven't seen a lot of it.
And then on Trevin Cook, same deal. Hasn't been called upon too much in that run offense. As we've seen, it's basically been the Xavier Kachi show so far.
It really
here
has.
For Alta.
Yeah, they tried to use him quite a bit to start the game, and they've kind of went away from it. I'd love to see them get back to that here in the second half.
Time for our second half kickoff, brought to you by the Skin Science Institute as we get ready to get back underway. See if Alta can hold on or if Springville's got a comeback in them. 12 minutes back up on the board. And we are underway. And that was well into the end zone, out for a touchback. Every kick that McAllister has seems to be getting more and more deep into the end zone. Might have a little bit to do with the wind, but
he had a little bit of wind help, but he got all of that one.
Yeah, that was all the way out of the back of the end zone. So we'll see what Springville has here for their first drive in the second half, and it will be Beckett Burton back out. We saw Burton and Miller split time in that first half, managing the quarterback position for the Red Devils.
Yeah, we saw good things from both of them. We saw negative things from both of them. So, it's just kind of that first week jitters, first week getting the rhythm, all the above. Would love to see a few rhythm throws for Beckett Burton here to get him comfortable and get him rolling.
Got Harris in the backfield, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. And we get started for our third quarter. Burton to throw, slant pass finds Nadal, breaks a tackle, and he's free. Sam Nadal got 1 man to beat. He'll keep it in. 80-yard touchdown for Springville.
Well, there's that quick pitch and catch, but there just happened to be nobody else there after Sam Nadal just breaks both tackles and screeches down the sideline. Malachi Lamb was trying to catch up to him but could not get enough on him. And, as you just watch him break both of those tackles, oh, my gosh, what a great play by the young man.
Had 1 man in pursuit, able to stay in bounds after the push, and he finds Pater. Second touchdown of the night for Nadal, as Springville gets a huge play to start the second half.
The captain has been very consistent for them tonight, and 2 big plays from him, both on quick slants.
Oh, and a fumbled snap here as it'll be blown up by Alta.
Oh, what a rough, just 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Oh, that's painful. But, hey, you got to look at the positives here. You're within 1 score. You've shown what works. The quick pass game has been great. Now it's just being able to find things to supplement it so that Alta can't just focus on taking that away alone.
Taking another look at the replay on this one, is that one's Sam Nadal's second touchdown as a member of the Red Devils. Caught the pass from Miller. Now he's got a pass from Burton. He's taken to the house.
He's just making sure both quarterbacks are getting some love tonight.
How about this, too? A team that has been universally known as a rushing team has always been that way. They have 2 passing touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, looking at the scheme, looking at the players specifically, this fits what they need to be doing, right? As you look at who's out there, this team has athletes. This team has guys that can make plays on the edge, so they're focusing on that.
So time for another Skin Science Institute kickoff. It's a quick start. We've only played 14 seconds of the third quarter. 17-13 the score. As this one will be fielded by Warren. He's going to look to get some space. He finds some space, got the kicker to beat. And Brett Warren with a big return for Alta as the Hawks answer back.
Dallas Torres saves that from being a touchdown, but Brett Warren is so patient. But to give him even more credit, his guys,
look at the block.
There was nobody around him. He had an absolute Mack truck-sized hole to run through. I wouldn't get as far, but I could at least run through that. Like, there's space for my wide body. I wouldn't get very far.
Down to the 16-yard line. So that's about an 80-yard return, just shy of about 79 yards on that kick return for Breck Warren, who has one of the touchdowns for Alta tonight. The lone offensive touchdowns to give it off to Pagel on first down.
I love this by Alta, right? You kind of abandoned the run game for a little bit here outside of Xavier finding lanes to run in. You go right downhill to Lucas Pagel and get 5-6 yards right out of the gate. Big Brigham Durfee caught on to him eventually, but as an offensive lineman and an offensive coach, I like 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 is what it'll be. The 11-yard line. So we'll hand it back off to Pagel, gets through the first level and down near the 4, and he's got the first down.
One of my favorite plays in football, a little bit of zone insert, or in other words, ISO, right? You just kind of split that offensive line, 3 go one way, 2 go the other. Fullback fills the hole, and your running back's able to just find that crease and go right up the middle. And they opened up a big lane for Lucas to get through, and he's down inside the 5-yard line now.
So 1st and goal from the 4 here for Alta. Great response to the Springville touchdown here so far.
These guys wanted to make sure we had some fun tonight.
10:30 to go here in the third quarter, 17-13. In favor of the Hawks, looking to add to their lead here. Kachi gives it back to Pago, gets out of a tackle, but he's backtracked to the 10-yard line, and the Red Devils able to wrestle him down. Good job getting back to about the 6-yard line there.
I'm not sure how he got back to the 6-yard line right there. The Springville defense did a great job at, frankly, collapsing that whole line of scrimmage, right? On gap scheme plays like we just saw there, or a zone split is what it could have been there too. What you're seeing is that any kind of knockback creating like tanglement in the backfield causes an issue, and that's exactly what you got there.
So 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll pitch it out to Cook, trying to get to the corner, fights his way near the goal line, and he'll be just shy near the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they had a nice little just outside zone using a pitch action to get out to the edge faster and do a really good job of blocking that up to get down to the 1-yard line. Trevin Cook does a good job, and as soon as he sees a crease, putting his foot in the ground and running through a few guys, and we're down to 3rd and 1 at the 1. I guess it's 3rd and goal at the 1, but you know.
And they need 1 more yard to find Paydirt here. We've had 1 touchdown and 1 field goal on their 2 trips to the red zone here tonight for Alta. They'll give it off to Cook, and Cook finds the end zone. Touchdown, Alta.
Well, gosh dang. Give us a little bit of entertainment tonight, huh? 2 80-yard plays, 2 touchdowns, and Alta goes up by 2 scores again. What a response by Breck Warren, and a methodical beatdown of a drive by the Hawks there.
Able to find the end zone. That's the first rushing touchdown of the season for Trevin Cook.
Really, really physical game right now being played by the Alta Hawks on that drive.
And McAllister's kick up and good with 8:36 to play here in our third quarter. It's the Hawks 24, Red Devils 13. As we will be back in just a moment. We'll take a quick break. Be right back.
The oldest personal injury firm in Utah. You get to know a few faces.
So tell me what happened.
He just came in and sideswiped me, bro.
I got hit by a drunk driver.
And it hurts worse than that time that I was dropped. Tailgate. Who would have thought?
I guess you can say we've seen everything. And I mean everything.
Juliet would never use these.
Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience needed to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Some people are born to solve problems, to lead the charge.
Welcome back. 24-13 Hawks here on the Rewind Sports Network. Hawks trying to win their season opener for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. As McAllister will send this one into the end zone for a touchback. So
that was 10 yards out.
Yeah, it continues to keep getting farther and farther, I feel like. Either the wind's picking up, which I don't think it is because the flag's completely dead out there.
Yeah, no, that was just an absolute annihilation of the football.
Well, he does play soccer, so I feel like he should be able to kick the football.
In theory. I've seen guys that can.
So we'll see Springville back out. Took him 1 play. 80 yards to Nadald for the touchdown on the last drive. We'll need another answer here after Alta put points up on the board.
I love a double move on this single side here. Give him a quick slant and then go.
Burton in at quarterback. Gonna hand it off. And Harris has some space. He's out past the 30. First down for a 14-yard gain.
Great movement by the offensive line and fullback there by the Springville offense. Just opens up a gaping hole on that front side, and then it kind of just creases on the back, and he does a great job putting his foot in the ground, finding open space, and a great gain of Gosh, 15 there, 14, 15.
14.
You got to love that.
Out to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Red Devils, coming up on 8 minutes to go here in our third quarter. Burton calling the signals. Sends Yearsley in motion. Pressure coming for the Hawks as they pitch it out. Harris is met in the backfield.
Holy
as
cow.
Finishing it off was number 14. I don't have that in the playbook, but...
Well, I'll tell you, Mason Clark was the first Hawk at the attack. Number 14 comes up and cleans it up, and then there was a third Hawk in there, and I'm sorry I'm missing you, but holy cow, the flock of Hawks was there again. And, you know, once you thought you had some movement there by that offense in the run game, the Hawks said, no, that was not going to happen again.
Loss of 5 or 4 on that one brings up 2nd and 14. As the Hawks were able to sniff that one out immediately.
You're a single safety high again with the lone man on the bottom.
Pressure comes, setting up the screen inside to Toki, and that's met there by Rylan Clayton coming out of the cornerback spot and makes the tackle.
Coach Burdett said that Rylan Clayton is that do-it-all guy for the Hawks. He just is always there. And, man, there were three Red Devils there to be able to get a hat on him. He shot the gap and said, it's not going to happen tonight, folks.
So no gain on the play. American a loss of 1, actually. It'd be 3rd and 15 here.
That's a phenomenal play by Rylan Clayton.
Say he had the blockers. He would look like he was set up for a big gain there. Instead, 3rd and long here for Springville. Hawks show pressure. Burton steps up, throws it deep, looking for Nadal contact, and it will draw the flag.
It was a great job by Nadal to come back through Hosni Soliman to get that penalty. That's a really good play by the Red Devils, right? It's going to be a bang-bang play. Create contact, make sure you draw the foul, and get the advancement there. That's a big play.
So that'll be pass interference on Alta, and it'll be a 1st down for Springville. Gets just enough for the 1st down. As they're waiting to walk it off.
The big thing you see there, right, is like receiver coaches will teach you to work back through the body of the defender. And in situations like that, you got to make the official make that decision. And when you have those situations, that's how you make plays happen.
So spot the ball at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st down. As we'll have meeting of the officials here. Double checking. It'll be 1st down.
It is the correct spot. The foul occurred about a yard past the sticks, at least from our vantage point.
You could measure it, but they moved the sticks already, so it's 1st and 10, 5 wideouts in the formation.
Tonight.
Springville, Burton over to Nadal, gets out of a tackle, out past midfield and down near the 40 for a 1st down.
Nadal has been so impressive tonight. One of the big things is just his ability to make the first guy miss, right? You saw it on the touchdown, right? He creates space immediately to catch that touchdown on the quick slant. Creates space, but then breaks tackles, goes for 80. Gets the screen pass here, gives a little shimmy, gets space, gets 5-6 or gets the 1st down again, right? Like his ability to get space and make the first guy miss has been really, really nice.
So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line here for Springville. 6:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Handoff. Harris has got a seam up the right side. Big gain for Harris, and he's inside the 15. Springville back in the red zone.
That was a classic Springville counter play, and Alta was nowhere to be seen. There weren't even guys for people to block as they came around on that counter play. And Trayton Harris just had all the space in the world for the massive gain on 1st down.
Able to pick up about 20 yards on that run to put Springville at first and 10 at the 15. So Springville knocking on the door again, trying to cut the lead back down to 4. As we have an injured Hawk able to get back onto the sideline.
Play clock is at 0 right now.
We'll have to reset it, or clock running under 6 minutes to play. Got a man in motion, fake the jet sweep, give it back to Harris, who's got a seam. He finds the end zone, touchdown Springville.
And back to counter again that you're going to see there by the Springville offense, and just space for days. The Hawks are over pursuing so much right now that there's just space for the running back. As you can see, right, it's actually looks like a power play here, and you got a kick out on the front side. Guard comes around. The guard and tight end didn't even have anybody to block. There was just too much room for Trayton Harris, and here we go again. Another touchdown. What's the response?
I think the Red Devils may go for it here to try and make it a 3-point game.
You keep it a 1-score game either way here, so I like this call.
4 wideouts for Burton here. Burton under center, fakes the handoff, has time, floats it wide open, and good for the 2-point conversion is Toki.
Wow. Toki came, he started on the near side of your screen, and he just sweeps across underneath everything. And as you can see, he just finds an open lane. It's like a natural pick play. Everybody goes one way, he slips underneath, and he was wide open. And what a response by the Red Devils. And Matt.
And we have a roughing the passer on Alta on that 2-point conversion, so the kick is going to be moved forward. And it's a 3-point game with 5:40 to go here in the third quarter.
What a third quarter, huh? 3 touchdowns, 6.5 minutes?
It's been all over the place.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
No. It's been a fun one here so far.
Oh, my gosh. And a beautiful night. My personal favorite view from the state of Utah at a football field. I mean, it's incredible tonight.
Want to thank you guys for joining tonight's broadcast. Reminder, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. It's Tab Bank, member FDIC.
So there's a guy that I would avoid, and he wears the number 2.
Well, seeing as you're getting to kick from the Alta 45, I don't think you're going to have to worry about that.
I've seen crazier things, Matt.
This is true. This is true. So we'll see Smith kick this one off at the 45-yard line. And they go for the onside kick.
I love that play call.
And they should have it. It went the 10 yards.
I love that.
And we have a flag at the end of the play, but Springville should have this one. Check out the replay here.
Excuse my excitement there. I just love the play call here.
It went the 10 yards by about 2 extra yards. Able to get onto it. That was Yearsley that came up with the recovery, and there's a flag at the end of it.
The reason this is so great, right, they have nothing to lose. You get it 10 yards, and you've still got good field position for your defense to go against. The problem here is that you saw so much frustration by the Alta coaching staff. They come out on the field, and that's where this penalty flag looks like it came from. I could be wrong, but that's what I noticed here.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on Alta.
And I may be wrong. He may have been upset with something that happened, but it was their coaching staff was a quarter of the way out onto the field there.
Well, how about a turn of events? It's been all Alta for that first half. They had the lead the entire first half, and now Springville is in the red zone with a chance to take the lead here. They'll start 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. We'll give it to the screen pass near side, and flags fly on that one. That was Nadal that got taken down.
He has been so good at creating space there. Be interesting to see what this penalty was.
I think it's maybe a face mask. Take a look on the end of the play here. Kind of got brought down near the helmet.
Yeah, it looks like it's going backwards, actually. At least the way Springville's walking. I'm so confused.
We'll see what the call is. Ineligible receiver downfield is the call, so it is on Springville.
Then
you have the face mask on Alta, so they'll offset.
Yep. I love Sam Nadal's ability to get vertical, hit the brakes, and come back underneath and create space. That was such a good play by him. He is also single receiver high on the top side here to keep an eye on.
1st and 10, we'll redo the down. 5:34 to go here in the third quarter. Springville down a man. Rushing on is Yearsley. Alta up 24-21. Springville trying to either tie or take the lead here. We'll hand it off to Harris. Harris had the touchdown on the last drive, and he gets down near the 10, pickup of 8.
Really good gap scheme power play here. Really good push, too, on the play side, right? There really wasn't much for the pulling guard to hit because there was so much movement by that play side. And great gain of 8 on first down. 7, 8, I can't count. Something like that.
I believe they're going to give them 8, so it'll be 2nd and they did give them 7, so 2nd and 3. Going to send 3 wideouts to the left this time for Burton. See what they come up with on 2nd down. Burton has time. Pump fakes, throws end zone, touchdown, Springville Toki.
Wow. Leka Toki does such a good job. He gets into the end zone, kind of presses his man to get on his toes, and then brings it back towards the corner, that front corner, and Burton does a great job of getting that ball right on his man. What a great play.
And for the first time tonight, the Red Devils have the lead with 4:41 to go here in the third quarter.
I would have loved to have been in that Dave Valetti locker room.
They have turned it on here in the second half. Keck is good on the extra point. So in a crazy turn of events, Springville's now got the lead 28-24.
Matt, the first half was controlled by Alta because they didn't beat themselves, right? Mm-hmm. Springville could not get out of their own way in the first half. This second half has been mistake and mistake and mistake leading to where we are with Alta. Alta has beaten themselves the past 2 drives.
Yep. And, well, that's the thing. Alta really hasn't really beaten themselves. They've only had 1 drive. And they scored on it.
And I guess I'm saying it's but more so penalties and things of that nature, right? The mishap on the kickoff here, that's a mental play. You just have to know that that's a possibility because of where you're set up on the field, right? So it's these little things that are coming around and biting Alta, but those are your execution. Like, you can step up and take care of that.
So Springville has scored on all 3 of their series so far here in this third quarter. As they take a 28-24 lead. We'll see how Alta responds here. The squib kick this time. Be collected near the 10. And good return out near the 30, about a 20-yard return. That time.
That was Thomas Deckert there, scooping that ball up, getting to the 30-yard line. That's good field position to start with for the Hawks, and I'd really like to see them kind of settle in. I'd love to see them get to the run game. They were really smashing the ball down their throat on that first drive. I'd love to see them go back to that. I'd love to see some play action out of the Hawks too.
So we'll see what Alta draws up. Only 1 drive so far in the second half. They put 7 points on the board after the long kick return. They'll give it back to Trevin Cook near side. Gets out past the 35 to the 40. Should be close to a first down before he's wrestled out of bounds.
There's that outside zone play again, and Maximus Kochi is the leading blocker on that edge. He does a great job at sealing that edge, and then Trevin Cook's got plenty of space to be able to get 15 yards right out of the gate. That's a great first play. And what a hezzy that he puts on the young man.
Able to just muscle his way out there, too. Picks up 12 for the first down. Out to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Back to Cook on first down. This time, good pursuit by the Springville defense. It's a pickup of 2.
It's just straight up dive play here by the Hawks, just trying to kind of muscle their way for a couple yards. The Springville defense does a good job at holding their ground and not giving up much more than about 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
So it brings up 2nd and 8. Clock approaching 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. 24-28 in favor of the Red Devils. Hawks looking to answer. Fake the handoff. Looking for Maximus. That one's intercepted. And a superplex.
Oh, no.
Wesley moving. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
And now the players get together as Toki's down.
That was a picked off play by Leka Toki, who's been phenomenal today.
And then got thrown.
Suplex by Steven Tua.
He was already down. It wasn't a full tackle, and he was thrown down to the field. As Coach Burdett has called all of his players over, as things have kind of gotten out of hand here for Alta.
Yeah, disappointing scene there. That's not how you want to see football being played. You just hope that Leka Toki's okay out there. He's been so good today, and he's a big part of this Springville offense. And just football team. Yeah, that's just not how you play the game of football.
So we'll see what the officials end up calling here, as Toki is still down on the field here. As just a first off great play by Toki. We're able to just kind of lay out for that pass.
Phenomenal instincts. Sees that Kochi's going to Kochi and jumps the gap and makes an incredible play on the ball.
And Toki's back up, so that's good to see here for Springville.
Really good to see.
As you see him walking under his own power,
there
always want to see
is
that.
Another Springville player down there as well.
Looks like maybe a cramping issue, though. And that's Nate.
Nadal.
That's Nadal that's down there too. See if we can show you just the interception here.
Just a phenomenal play.
As he just, and say we won't show you the after part, but
what a play.
And we have an ejection and personal fouls on both teams. So don't know who was kicked out for Alta. So yeah, the referees were pointing at someone, but they called in sportsmanlike conduct on both teams, so they wiped out the penalties.
Did they have 2 ejections or just the one?
I only saw the one on Alta.
Okay.
As you see, Coach Burdett and some of the coaches still over here on the right. As
this is a big moment for this Alta football team.
And it looks like it probably is Tua that is done for the night.
Yeah. They played 24 minutes of actually, I'd give them 30 minutes of really, really, really good football. This game is a 4-point game. If you can be able to calm yourself here, right? Like we used to talk a lot with my guys, it's time to take 3 deep breaths. Right? Reset the system, allow yourself to calm down, right? And then hone in on what you know, right? You know that you've been able to hang with them all night, right? You got to find the things that they're beating you at and then settle in do the things you do well, get pressure on the quarterback, right? If you can do those things, this game is well in reach for you if you're Alta. But if you're Springville, step on the gas.
3 drives, 3 touchdowns here in this third quarter for Springville as they go back to work. At the 41-yard line, there's Harris again. The bell cow keeps getting carries, and he gets another first down.
Coach Valetti and this offense have just gained so much confidence the last 3 drives that run game that was obsolete, there's the counter again and again and again. Trayton Harris is eating up yards on counter. It looks like Springville of last year, except they throw the ball.
They have taken control of this third quarter. They've outscored Alta 21-7 here in this third quarter. 4 wideouts again here for the Red Devils. As they will give it back to Harris. And Harris bounces it outside. It's got more running room inside the 20. And another big gain for Trayton Harris.
You've got some laundry here, and there was definitely a little bit of grabbing and pulling by that offense. This one's going to be coming back, but what a display of athleticism by Trayton Harris here to kind of just dive in and then get out. But he definitely gets helped by that hold there on the outside.
A little bit of a hold, so that'll bring that one back. So that'll back up the Red Devils 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it won't be as long of a penalty. It'll be out to the 36. So about a 6-yard net on the penalty. First and 16. The clock runs under 3 minutes to go here in our third quarter. Springville with a 28-24 lead after trailing 17-7 at the half.
You know, if this Springville team can get comfortable throwing the ball consistently and that their offensive line can find the confidence that they're playing with currently, they're going to be really, really scary good.
See what happens here on 1st and 16. Say the Red Devils were picked, or currently was number 10 in the state across all classifications, according to the Deseret News in their preseason rankings, as we get a timeout called by the Red Devils. So we'll take the timeout as well. We'll be back in just a moment here on KSL Sports Rewind.
To build better solutions. To be the driving force behind advanced technologies. To strengthen digital defenses. They're the experts our future needs. Find your brilliance at Weber State.
It's a busy morning in your house, but for you, it's just another day. You're the one who makes it all happen. The school runs, the practices, and don't forget the recitals. But one day, everything changed when a sudden accident left you injured with your vehicle wrecked. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back. 1st and 16 here for the Red Devils. 2:25 to play here in the third quarter. They'll pitch it out. Harris lost the ball back near midfield, and here come the Hawks as they swarm to the ball, and it's a huge loss.
Wow, the flock of Hawks are there again. That's a big mistake. We haven't seen Springville make a mistake for 3-4 drives. They've been so good. And wow. That's a big play for the Hawks.
They're able to keep Harris in the backfield there. It's another loss of about, if I do my math correctly, that's like another 15 yards.
I'm just going to say a lot. Got a little bit of cramping going on. It's that first season. Got to get that pickle juice.
Yeah, we got to put Red Devil down, most likely cramping there. As I mentioned how high in the ranking Springville was. They are the they made it to the 5A championship game a year ago. They're number 10 in the Des News poll across the state of Utah. They're picked to finish second behind Orem. Everybody has Orem as the championship favorites in 5A.
Can't imagine why.
On the other side, Alta is – a lot of people are projecting Alta to do better than the 4-8 season ago. They got obviously the Kochi twins have a little bit to do with that, but they have so many guys that are returned on this Alta team too. So both these teams have a big prospects for this upcoming season.
Well, you can see why they're picked to finish as high as they are. I mean, they look really, really good. They just got to get out of their own way right now. And I think seeing a little bit of positivity for them, negativity for the Red Devils, will help kind of change that mood, right? You can't ride the ebbs and flows so much. You got to stay more even keel. This goes for both teams, right? Like Springville, you've finally been kind of in the right here. You're going up. You got to hold tight now. You're going to see some adversity.
So second, and they're calling it 26 here for the Red Devils. Back to the Alta 46-yard line. 4 wideouts, 3 to the right. Burton, pressure, able to stay in the pocket, throws far side, good catch. And it's collected over there.
Good catch by Dallas Torres.
First catch for him tonight.
Yeah, great job. Gets to the sticks, kicks it back. Well, the first stick, but kicks it back, and they're 3rd and 11. That's manageable. You can make something happen. This offense has been explosive here in the second half.
So that gets about half of the distance. It'll be 3rd and 12 now. So still a little bit of work to do. Need to get to the 20 for the first down.
If I'm the Red Devils here, I'm breaking this into 2 chunks. I'm not worried about getting a first down on this play. I go 4-down territory.
See what they call here on 3rd and long. Burton to throw. Pressure comes. The Hawks able to get in the backfield, and there's a flag as well as they get the sack. And that is Mason Albrecht that comes up with the tackle.
Yeah, Mason Albrecht did a great job there, but you had the hold on the left tackle for Springville. Be curious, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
You're going to force their hand here. That 4-down territory is now getting mighty sketchy, but I think
it was a loss of about 3 or 4 yards on the sack, so it'll be 4th and long here. So they'll take the 4th and long instead of 3rd and very long. Clock will start running. We're down to the final 90 seconds of our 3rd quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, Springville down 17-7 at the half. They have stormed all the way back to take a 28-24 lead. As we approach the final minute of our 3rd quarter, facing 4th and long, they keep the offense out there. Fake the handoff. Good pocket, Burton over the middle, lots of traffic, and it's incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
I like the play call by Springville there, right? Go play action, try and see if you can get some movement by their backers, but the Hawks did a great job at just setting into their zones, understanding their job, and everybody was there, almost had the interception, but in those moments, as a coach, you're kind of sitting there going, hey, you don't want to pick, but the pick is a little bit like a punt. As long as you guys can make the tackle.
So good response from the Alta defense. They get the turnover on downs to get the offense back out there. After a lot of penalties have been derailing Alta's offense and defense here in this 3rd frame. 1:02 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Is Kachi in the offense. Going to hand it off. This one's Pagel. Oh, with the hurdle. And flags fly everywhere. Yes.
Well, you saw the elite athleticism by Lucas Pagel there. Good gracious.
Let's take a look at that again. Yes.
There was
over the pile.
Zero hesitation that he was going over the top of him. That was really good blocking, too, by the Hawks there.
I'm giving that a helmet sticker. I know it's coming back, but I'm going to give that a helmet sticker.
Wow.
May see that on the Rewind Top 5
later
next week.
Just a little bit of vertical ability there.
There was multiple flags on the play, so we'll see what the call is here. It's a personal foul on Alta. And then a hold on Alta. So they decline the personal foul. They'll take the hold. It should be 1st and 20.
I know there used to be a rule in high school football about hurdling.
I'm pretty sure there still is a rule about it.
That's what I was... That's what I thought there might have been a little bit of
impressive, though. It's
extremely impressive.
So 1st and 20 after the holding call. Kachi has plenty of time, fires on the middle, and that one's intercepted. Taking that one, Cooper Creer, and another turnover generated by the Springville defense.
Wow, what a play by Cooper Creer. He sees that Maximus is slipping behind him, and he just does a good job of getting his hands up and snagging that one. I mean, what a play. He read that beautifully, and bravo, bravo, bravo. Great play.
So it's 2 interceptions on the last 2 drives for the Springville defense. Gives the ball back to the offense in the final minute of the third quarter, up by 4. It's been all Springville here in this third frame.
This Alta offense, their pass game needs to be opened up a little bit more. It's very, very one-dimensional right now.
So Springville back to work, 1st and 10. Burton quickly throws near side. It's caught and into the end zone. Touchdown, Springville. Ryder Giles this time.
Wow, what a play by Giles. Goes up, gets that ball. Lucas Pagel tried to make a big play on it, which would have been just a game breaker.
I thought he had it for a second there. We'll take a look.
Right there.
Just able to get the ball over there in time, and it's nothing but green grass ahead. And Springville with their 4th touchdown of the third quarter.
We got to give our flowers to Beckett Burton. Oh my gosh, sorry Beckett. We got to give our flowers to Beckett because the young man got kind of a little bit of a, hey, you got to reel yourself in. And he said, all right, that's fine, I understand. And he just has an elite third quarter. Absolutely phenomenal.
So we'll take another look at that replay again. Again, just great. Able to get the ball in there in time because it looked like Pagel had a pick 6 in mind. Instead, it goes into the end zone.
Phenomenal grab, and Pagel read it. He knew what was coming. It's just a tough one there. That's a tough one.
So Springville opens up the lead 35-24, their largest lead of the night. Reminder, tonight's game brought to you by Waddups Insurance. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddups Insurance Agency is the team that we will support and help protect. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddups Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. It's been a tale of 2 halves here tonight.
Goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Goodness gracious. You couldn't ask for a more exciting football game, right? You get a lot of Alta in the first half, and we're getting a ton of Springville.
How about we have 35 points in this third quarter?
I mean, just phenomenal.
28 by Springville, as they're going to squib it, and they will just hold on to it at the 29-yard line. That's where Alta will try to get something back up and running here. It's been back-to-back interceptions thrown by the Alta offense. Both on little screen passes, too, which has been the interesting part.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going, is that their passing game has really been one-dimensional. Maximus Kochi has been their receiver. And they haven't really found anybody else at this point. And the defense has done a really good job at jumping the past 2 passes to him.
See what they have with 4 wideouts here, 1st and 10 from the 30. Kochi with time. Gets out of a tackle, uses his legs, and gets out to the 35 for a pickup of 5.
It's a good gain of 5 there. Springville does a good job at kind of locking up everybody that's out on routes, and Kochi takes what he's given.
So about time for one more play here, down to the final 20 seconds of the quarter. Three wideouts to the right. Kochi sets up the screen. He's got a man with Trevin Cook, and he's out to midfield and out of bounds. Good play by Alta there.
Yeah, that's a great job by the Hawks to get everybody locked up, and then Breck Warren does a great job on the outside here to lock up his man and give Trevin Cook a little bit more room to be able to run there.
Clock stops with 3 seconds left here in the quarter, so one final play in Springville territory here. As now the Hawks look to rally. Kochi Gonna take it himself. He's got a lane up the middle. Now bounces outside for a first down and down to the 32 for the final play of the third quarter. A good cap there for the Alta offense.
Yeah, I really like kind of settling in, right? They're making smart plays. Draw play, quick screen, draw play, right? Let's give ourselves opportunities to not make mistakes and get forward progress here. Again, good blocking by Breck Warren on that draw play. And Xavier Kochi does a good job at just protecting the ball, taking what's given.
3 quarters in the books. See what's in store for our final quarter. Does Springville take the win, or does Alta have a comeback? We'll find out. It is the Red Devils 35, the Hawks 24 as we head to the fourth quarter. You're watching Alta football on the Rewind Sports Network.
If you're ready to turn your passion for beauty into a career, choose the school setting the standard. At Skin Science Institute, you'll learn in a beautiful, state-of-the-art facility with more advanced treatment training than any other aesthetic school in Utah. Our industry-leading curriculum provides advanced, hands-on training with real clients using the latest technology in a clinical learning environment. Parents can feel confident in a nationally accredited program committed to student success. Skin Science Institute, where your future begins.
Welcome back as we get ready for quarter number 4. Springville with a 35-24 lead. Alta on the move with 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of the Red Devils. Matt Coma, Braden Peterson with you here on opening night. First full night of high school football games across the state of Utah.
We couldn't ask for a better night for it either.
It's been beautiful. As Alta continues to go to work, they're going to take a deep shot and no one home. Intended there, looks like closest receiver was Caper Coyle.
Yeah, had a couple guys there. Looked like Bronson Shriver.
Second and 10 here for the Red Devils. Or excuse me, for the Hawks. As Kachi with time, going to throw the fade route, and it's behind his receiver, but a flag flies. Multiple flags fly. And this should most likely will be on the Red Devils.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Torres here with a little bit of extra grabbing as Breck Warren was trying to flip his hips and come back for that ball. Hey, penalties are positive yardage. You'll take them. Quick update on the night. Just looking ahead in Springville's schedule, they have Green Canyon coming up next. Right now, currently the Wolves are leading 10-6 over the Provo Bulldogs, and it looks like we are into the fourth quarter with 1:25 left in that ball game. Provo is driving right now with the ball. Be interesting to see how that one turns out.
So they call the penalty on Alta.
Oh. That was not what I expected.
That's a 15-yard penalty, so that's a personal foul call. Or offensive pass interference, one of the two. That'll back Alta all the way back up to the Springville 47 for 2nd and 25. Kachi over the middle, has got his man, and fighting his way down inside the 30. Good pickup.
Number 14 does a great job at getting across the middle of the field there for the catch, and huge gain on 2nd down. You're now 3rd and manageable. Really, really good place to be.
So they're able to get about 20 of that back, so it would be about 3rd and 6. Evan Eink was the one with the 3rd and 6. And the draw again. Kachi with some space, spins out of a tackle, still on the move inside the 20. He's got the first down.
Yeah, a couple big plays by the Hawks there. They've gone to this draw play a lot with Kachi, and it looks really, really good.
And there wasn't even hesitation. He just took off.
Yeah, this is a designed draw play. You can see with the receivers kind of all posting up looking for guys to block. they're kind of giving the look of running a route, and then they're hitting the heels and trying to find somebody to stock block.
10:45 and counting here in our contest tonight. Alta trying to make it a one-score game here, down 35-24. 4 wideouts here for Kachi. Got Pagel in the backfield. Gonna give it to Pagel on first down. Fights through a tackle and down inside the 10. Good pickup on first down.
Tons of movement by that offensive line. If we go back and take a look at that, the backside gets so much push that you see. You just got the inside zone, and they get so much push on that backside. Pagel's able to just take that right up the seam for a huge, huge run on first down.
So brings up 2nd and 1 after the pickup of 9. Alta 10 yards away from pay dirt. They'll give it back to Pagel. Tries to bounce it outside, gets through a tackle, down to the goal line. Touchdown, Alta!
What a response by the Hawks on the outside zone. Lucas Pagel just runs through the last defender at the corner of the end zone, and the Hawks are back in business. Matt, we've got ourselves one heck of a football game.
Take another look. Is Pagel able to bounce it outside, get through the first tackle, and fight his way for 6?
You know, we've said this a few times tonight. Maximus Kochi has been so good blocking on the edges. You see him seal the edge so many times. This time he feels the defender shoot upfield, kicks him out, and he's just one-arm strong-arming that man.
McAllister on for the extra point, and it's good. 9:36 to play, and as Braden mentioned, we got ourselves a ball game. It's a 4-point game. It's Springville 35, Alta 31. We'll take a short break. Be right back.
Strong Volkswagen is setting you free. Free from high payments and high interest rates. It's our Freedom to Drive sale. Lease a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta S from $199 a month. Get rates as low as 1.9% APR. Or save up to $5,000 on select new VW models. Plus oil changes are only $59.95. And every vehicle is backed with our no-charge lifetime warranty. Only at Strong Volkswagen. Break free from high prices during our Freedom to Drive sale. Visit strongvw.com.
9:36 left in our opening weekend game, Alta and Springville. It's been a fun one here so far tonight. 35-31 Red Devils.
Just a little bit of action here in the second half, huh?
We've seen touchdowns aplenty in the second half.
Just such an exciting game.
You're welcome, thank you.
As McAllister's got it teed up, kicking into the wind this time. And still able to get it into the end zone for a touchback.
He's got a heavy headwind on him there, too. What a kick.
So Springville comes back out, holding on to a 4-point lead, 9 minutes and change to go here. Say it's been Trevin Harris, and then it's also been Beckett Burton, able to get it done with his arm.
Beckett Burton's had a great second half. Lots of confidence in himself and in his coaching staff and in his receivers. He's just been really, really impressive this second half.
1st and 10 from the 20. They'll give it off to Harris on first down. Able to break a tackle and out to the 28-yard line for a pickup of 8.
It looked like we had a pulling guard there on this one. I kind of missed where we were headed, but it looked like we almost had, we had power again. Just great job filling the holes. And then obviously Trayton Harris has just been so good tonight.
He's done very well tonight. Expecting him to have a big game. He's the leading provider for this Springville offense after losing so much of that production from that team that went to the state championship a season ago. Still picked to be one of those teams that'll be fighting for that title at the end of the season as Harris picks up the first down, and he's out to the 32.
Alta did a good job there getting knocked back at the point of attack, and it made it hard for the counter guard and then the fullback to get through, but there was still so much space on the front side that it didn't really matter because Trayton Harris was going to get his. And I guess he was, He's been so good.
So a new set of downs, and Springville can milk more time off the clock. The play clock's not running into the second half, so looks like we're down to the final 10 seconds of it. Red Devils taking as much time as they can here to try and get out of here with a win. Burton to throw, looking for the deep shot, and it takes it a little too far for his intended receiver.
He had just a little bit too much juice on that ball. He had a guy running deep and had a little bit of space, but just didn't have enough under that ball. Had a lot of Hawks in his face as well.
Yeah.
That was a touchy situation there for Beckett Burton.
8:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. Brings up 2nd and 10. Brady mentioned getting next up for these two teams. Both teams are on, Springville's on the road at Green Canyon next week. They go all the way up to Cache County.
That's just a short trip for them.
And then we get an old school rivalry, Alta and Bingham, over at the home of the Miners next week. Springville throwing on this down. Almost, is it intercepted? It is! Picked off by the Hawks. Bronson Shriver with the interception.
Wow! Holy cow, Bronson Shriver makes such a good play on that ball. Looked like it was a bit of a tip ball, and he laid out for it. What a play. This could be a game changer right here.
Able to dive and make that catch.
I might put my helmet sticker on that one right there, because that could be the game-changing play. We got 8 minutes left in this ball game. One-score game. If the Hawks can go down and convert, this could be the changing point.
As they get the interception. First defensive turnover for Alta this year. They had the block punt for a touchdown on special teams already earlier today. As Kachi and the offense go back to work. Hand it off. As Cook still fighting his way near the 30. Able to pick up a strong 6 yards.
Trevin Cook wanted that one a lot. There wasn't a ton of space, but he just kept finding creases for a really, really nice gain of about 5 yards on first down.
Take another look.
Watch Maximus Kochi, though, like his ability to just kind of get after guys and move space. I love it. And that wasn't even his best play blocking.
No. I think he tried to block 3 different guys on that play.
That can be a good and a bad thing.
2nd and 5 here for the Hawks. Clock now runs under 7.5 to play. Kachi back to Cook. He's got the first down as he's down near the 25. Just enough to move the chains.
Great inside zone play call there. Almost like a dive. And the Trevin Cook just gets downhill so fast. And the Hawks got so much movement in the middle so quick. Great play. This Alta offense has really started to run the ball well the past 2 drives.
1st and 10 now from the 26-yard line. Clock now runs under 7 minutes to play. Hawks trying to retake the lead. They'll hand it back off, and losing his footing was Pagel this time. And
Wesley Yearsley did such a good job there, right? Again, we've said this gap scheme, if you get initial point pressure, right, you'll blow it up. Wesley Yearsley shoots the gap, completely blows everything up. There was no space for Lucas Pagel.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11. Approaching 6 minutes to go. Alta in no hurry to call a play now as they'll give it off to Pagel. Navigates his way through to the 25, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
You're seeing Springville go to a bare front, which is initially what that means is it's a 5-down front and allows them to kind of eat up every gap, and then their linebackers just fill where the openings are happening. There was room for Lucas Pagel on that front side. In my opinion, he pushed it a little bit too tight to Maximus Kochi there. If he would have stayed off his tackle a little bit more, there was room for him to get 3-4 yards.
So 3rd and 9 now here for the Hawks. Need the 16 to move the chains. Red Devils rush 4. They bring pressure. Kachi out of the first tackle. Spins out of a second. Stiff arm. And he's going to be close to the first down.
Wow.
He's got it. A gain of about 9 for a first down.
Wow, wow, wow. That was a junkyard dog play. Look at him here. He does a great job avoiding the first one. Get off me. Spin. Whoop. Get off me again. Holy cow. And that's a big, big man. Paulie Tuimov. I was feeling mighty confident as I went into that, and I'm just not even going to try. But, wow, what a play by Xavier Kochi.
Moves the chains first and 10 at the 14. Kachi to throw. Jumps it off. Pagel out of a tackle inside the 10 and down towards the 7.
Really nice screen call there. The Alta offense gets 6-7 yards just right on a quick dump pass. We've got a little bit of limping out of that offensive line. Everybody take a quick deep breath.
Picks up 8 on the screen pass as the clock now runs under 5 minutes to play. Alta can still get a first down at the 4-yard line as they try to retake the lead.
Looks like we've got a replacement at left guard. Something to keep an eye on.
Play clock down to 10. 4 wideouts here. 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get the play off in time as the play clock runs out, and that'll be 5 yards on the delay of game. Again, the play clock not running the second half on the boards. You got to look at the back judge.
That's a rough one there. That's just a tough lesson to learn, and got to pay attention on that one.
So back it up. It'll be 2nd and 8 now after the delay of game. Stops the clock at 4:28 as well. Got 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Kachi to throw. Looks, surveys. Gets out of a tackle. Able to cut inside, and he's down to the 6. He's going to be about 2 yards short. And I'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that was just a really kind of a strong will play out of Kochi. Kept looking for something downfield. Good block here by his right guard, it looks like. He's able to kind of free up a little bit of space on the pursuit, which allowed him to just get a couple more yards there. This is a big 3rd and 2 right here. This could be the football game.
Both teams have all their timeouts left, but the clock is under 4 minutes to go. Alta trying to retake the lead, down by 4.
They're going to go right downhill.
Need 2 yards for the first down, 6 for the end zone. Sweep it out to Cook. Cook towards the end zone. Wow. Touchdown, Alta.
Wow, wow, wow. They go with the outside zone sweep play. They get the edge, and Trevin Cook finds his seam and puts his foot in the ground and goes. What a strong run by number 7 and the returning leader for the Hawks. Wow. We have fireworks in Sandy, Utah tonight.
6-yard touchdown, 2nd of the night for Trevin Cook. And the Hawks have retaken the lead. McAllister's field goal is good, and it's a 3-point lead for Alta with 3:28 to go, 38-35.
I don't know how much more I can take.
It's been a fun one so far.
Holy cow. I mean, it's just anything you can do, I can do better is kind of what I'm feeling tonight.
How about the momentum swings in this game? It was all Alta the first 2 quarters. They came out, it was such a great game plan. Springville turned it on its head in that 3rd quarter. They dominated that 12 minutes, but Alta's found their footing, and they have taken the lead back here in the 4th.
It's incredible because it swung so fast, too, right? Alta was so methodical in the first half and so powerful, kind of dominating. And then Springville has the most explosive 3rd quarter I've seen in a long time, where they just kept going and going and going, and then immediately Alta flips the switch, and it swung back in their momentum. It's in their favor. It's been great.
It's been a heck of a way to start the 2026 season.
Wow.
We're so excited you guys could be with us here for this one. as it has been fun here tonight. 38-35 Alta, 3:28 to go. Now it's Springville's turn. See what they can do. It's McAllister. This one's going to be able to be returned as he'll be fielded near the 6. Fake the reverse. And trying to navigate his through his topo, and he gets out to the 14. So it'll be an 86-yard field in front of Beckett Burton and the Springville offense, down by 3 with 3:23 to go.
I mean, we've seen him go 80 yards in 9 seconds. So I don't know what to expect. I want to tell you I have a feeling on what it's going to look like, and I have no idea. I don't know what we're going to get right now. We could get this phenomenal Springville offense, or we could get something else. It's been so just back and forth.
1st and 10 from the 14.
I do love that they go to their base set here. Go to home base.
Burton will fake the handoff. Has time. Throws near side. Open is Nadald, and he's out past the 30.
Nadald's hurting really bad, but he's all reliable. Holy cow. He's like a good dog, man. Just never lets you down.
He's had a fantastic game tonight.
Wow. My dog's not a good dog, if you're wondering. He lets me down all the time. He's not a Sam Nadald.
So Sam Nadal with another big gain here for Springville. They get a first down at the 34, so call it a 20-yard gain. As now the clock runs and under 3 minutes to go.
That ball got floated back to the inside a little bit more than I would have liked, and that was a big play by Sam to come back and get that.
3 wideouts near side. Now Burton. He's going to call his own number. First time he's rushed tonight, and he's wrestled down near the 40. Good tackle there by Bronson Shriver, who had the interception on the last drive.
Yeah, I like that by Beckett, right? It's first down. Go get 4 yards. You're ahead of the sticks. That's a good play by the young man. Only thing I would change, get on the ground, slide. Don't let
protect your quarterback.
Yeah, don't let yourself get just run amok. It's not worth it. But one of the things you saw there is it almost looked like they were trying to pop trips down to the bottom side of the screen and force Alta to shift towards it. Alta stayed in that too high setup and made it so that Burton didn't have an easy look.
2nd and 6. Clock now runs under 2 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts still at the disposal of the Red Devils. Fake the handoff. Pressure comes on the outside, and Burton's going to go down.
That would be Charlie Gates, Matt. Coach Burdett was excited about him, and you can see why. He came screaming off the edge. I believe that's his 2nd sack of the night.
It is his 2nd, and it's a big one as it puts the Red Devils back to the 31-yard line. And Burton tried to keep his feet and is unable to do so. Clock is still running. Under 90 seconds left now.
There's got to be a lot of movement here. This is getting down into really big crunch time.
You're running out of time here if you're Springville. This is 3rd and 16. Or excuse me, 3rd and 14.
They're going to have to go for it on 4th down if they don't get it with the amount of time that's left on this clock.
They have let this clock run all the way down almost to a minute. Burton stays in the pocket, throws deep, and it's caught near the line to gain. And a timeout is going to be called with 59 seconds left. It's a yard short, and that was Sawyer Grover with
the
catch.
What a catch by Sawyer Grover. He came back and just went, yep! He took that one clean out of the air. Great ball by Burton as well. Holy cow, just inches short of the first down.
Good tackle there by Pagel to keep him short of the line to gain.
Pagel's had himself a heck of a football game, hasn't he? He's been as advertised.
He's been everywhere for Alta here tonight.
He's got a rushing touchdown. He's got a blocked punt touchdown. He's got a hurdle of the night. It's a penalty, but it was still sweet.
He's in the running for the helmet sticker tonight.
Yeah, it's great play by him all around.
Oh, we got a penalty on Alta.
No way.
So that's a 15-yard penalty. I didn't see it, and it's all the way down to the 39-yard line for Springville.
Folks at home,
unsportsmanlike is the call.
What happened other than it was an unsportsmanlike, and I am not sure what just happened.
And with the wind, Springville's on the door of field goal range here with 59 seconds left in all 3 of their timeouts. Because of the penalty, they didn't have to use their timeouts, so they still have all 3 left. So Burton A throw offside, almost intercepted. It's Pagel in the helmet.
Pagel almost had the helmet sticker again. If he would have snatched that one out of the air, oh my goodness. He gets a
He had no idea where that ball was.
Wow. That would have been huge. 55 seconds.
2nd and 10. It's down to the 40-yard line. Just for reference, Ben Smith kicked last year for Springville. His long was 38 for that one.
Beckett Burton has to miss on the outside on that throw. He missed on the inside, and it was almost disastrous.
We need about 10 yards to get into field goal range here for Springville. 55 seconds left. Fake the handoff. Burton over the middle. Incomplete. Almost intercepted again.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Tupou was still looking downfield, and Burton wanted to hit him across the middle on that seam. And
Deckard with the breakup that time.
Yeah, good play by Deckard to be there. Really dangerous situation there for the Red Devils as they come down the stretch here.
So 3rd and 10 now here for Springville. They need about 15 yards to get into field goal range. Get into comfortable field goal range, I would say.
I love hearing the crowd starting to get into this one. They're trying to will this Alta defense to a win. Let's see how the Red Devils respond. It's starting to get loud.
Fake handoff. Burton, near side, in and out of the hands. Looking for, I believe that's Scrover over on that near side. And that brings up 4th down.
Wow. They've taken a lot of kind of 10-yard shots here, and I almost think a screenplay would have been really mighty nice. Hindsight's 20/20, obviously, right? But there's no need to have to get all the yards out of the gate, right? The only problem is you have to call plays fast.
Now you got to get the. Now you have to get the 10 yards. 4th and 10. Need the 30 for a first down. Or 47 seconds left. Fake handoff. Pressure comes. Burton out of it. He's met. Throws near side over the hands of Wesley Yearsley, and the Hawks defense holds.
That one's going to hurt really bad because he had Wesley Yearsley there for the first down and just outstretches his hands. Oh, just such a tough way to watch that one just barely miss. What an effort by Burton to get that ball off. But what a job by the Alta Hawks.
Now here's where it gets interesting though. Because of the flag that got Springville into Alta territory, Springville still has all 3 of their timeouts.
It's a good point.
So this game is not over yet. 40 seconds left. Springville has all 3 of their timeouts left. Alta will need one first down to try and ice it. And they're in the power formation here. And they'll give it to Cook. He bounces it outside, and he slides down at the 45. That'll allow Springville to call a timeout. Looked like he had some room to run there.
Yeah, he did.
Smart idea to stay in bounds, but I think he had a little bit more room than he thought. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I definitely think you just keep trying to get to that edge and get that first down here. It's pretty close.
Good
It's
pursuit
a good
there
play.
from Harris.
It's Trayton Harris.
Yeah.
Let's give Trayton Harris the credit there. Great play by the
Good
young
pursuit
man.
there. Clock stops with 34 seconds left. So 2 timeouts still left here for Springville.
On the flip side, I mean, they're 5 yards, right? Like, this Alta offense has been able to get 5 yards in the run game.
The rushing game's been great.
Yeah,
this
the
fourth
second
quarter.
half is, specifically the fourth quarter. They've been really, really effective running the ball.
34 seconds left, 38-35 Alta. Trying to ice this thing out, and they need 5 yards to seal the win.
They're going to go to Coach's side, in my opinion. He's been such a good lead blocker. You want him to be able to seal any edges or take care of any extra, stick.
He's in the fullback position. They're in the backfield. Handoff, back to Cook. Right into the teeth of the defense this time, and that's going nowhere. And a timeout with 27 seconds left.
Yeah, something seemed a little off there. They had an uncovered tackle on this close side as they were going after that. We are 3rd down, 27 seconds left.
So
here's my thought, Matt.
Yeah.
Xavier Coachey's been phenomenal in the draw game. If it's me, I'm running quick outs at the sticks, and I've got to draw up the middle. If the out's there, you can take it, but actually you can't take it. You're running the draw. Draw, nothing less, and end the game. Yeah.
If you're Springville, say, is there anything you can do to counter that? Do you load the box for the draw, or?
I think you can probably go 4 down, and I'd stick to 2-3 backers in the box. I'd go 7-man box, and I would spy Xavier Coachey, right? I wouldn't let him get any space. That would be my response. Right now, it looks like they're actually going to a bear front with, they're going to kneel the ball.
Interesting. There's still 1 timeout left.
Nope.
And they take the knee.
Timeout.
Or do they not get they still take the timeout on the penalty?
Oh, they must have had no timeouts left.
So that's it.
Oh, a little confusion there.
Little confusion towards the end. I thought Springville still had the touchdown or the timeout. And Alta able to take the knee and get out of here with the win. What a come from behind victory for the Hawks as they score twice in the fourth quarter and win this one 38-35, their first ever regular season win over the Red Devils.
What a game. I mean, we saw so much emotion from that Alta football team. Everything seemed to be going away from what they needed. They had the ejection. They had the huge penalties. They gave up a sizable lead, and all of a sudden the storm calmed. They saw some positive light, and the game went right back into Alta's hands. Bravo. Great job by Coach Burdett to calm that storm of that team, and great job by the players to calm themselves and bring themselves back into this.
Time to award some helmet stickers brought to you by Tab Bank. Braden, who's getting your sticker tonight?
All right, so my best player of the night, how do you not go with Lucas Pagel? It's hard. I feel like it's the 2 guys in the backfield.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'm going.
That's fair.
But Lucas Pagel has the initial touchdown on the block punt. Great touchdown run over here. Great defense on the sideline down over here. He was everywhere. So I'm going Lucas Pagel tonight.
That's a good one. I will go with Trevin Cook. I'll go with the other man in the backfield. He took over that fourth quarter, able to get some big runs for Alta.
And the guy wearing the helmet, let's just give a third one out just because we can. The guy wearing the helmet, Maximus Coachey.
Yeah, he did good too.
He created all the lanes. Like, he was the guy creating the momentum for those backs to run. And I just love physicality, so I'm just going to let him wear the helmet that the stickers go on to.
And a great, we could give out tons of stickers out of this one. Breck Warren had the touchdown and the big kick return. Xavier Coachey with all of his runs in that first quarter.
Well, and don't forget, we did have Springville put up 35 points, so there's just a ton of guys on this football field.
Yeah,
Lekatoki was phenomenal.
Lekatoki was amazing. Same with Sam Nadal. He was amazing as well. I'll give Becky Burton able to come back into the game, was taken out, came back in, and really invigorated that Springville offense.
Really good football game. Really just impressive to watch these 2 young, they have elder statesmen in very valuable positions, but some young players in other spots, and they both responded to adversity so well and impressively, and it just provided all of us getting to watch to have a great product. Great game.
So Pagel, we'll give Pagel the helmet sticker. He did have the game-winning touchdown. He has the block punt touchdown as well.
And the huge PBU.
Had the PBU. Gets the hurdle too, but doesn't really count for anything.
It was still cool.
That's all good. That's going to do it for us here tonight. That was a fun one, Braden.
That was great, man.
That was an awesome. Your final thoughts before we sign off?
Yeah, I think what we saw was 2 really good football teams that are going to compete really well in 5A. The biggest thing that I'm really curious to see is that both of the trench plates on both of these teams are pretty young and inexperienced, and I'm curious how they'll respond when they play a more experienced offense or defensive line. being that they both were semi-inexperienced tonight. So I'd be curious to see how that plays out long-term for both of them, but really, really impressive tonight from both teams.
So the Hawks get the win. They move to 1-0 on the season. They will be back here next Thursday night as they will host Bingham in a old-school rivalry game.
The Blue and Black Classic, Matt. That is a classic.
That'll be next
itself.
Yeah, that'll be next Thursday night here at Alta High School. Next Friday night, Springville will head up to Cache Valley and take on the Green Canyon Wolves. That'll be next up there at 0-1 on the season, looking to get their first win of the year. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight's broadcast. For Braden Peterson, I'm Matt Coma signing off. Quentin upstairs does an amazing job as well. We were treated to a classic tonight, 38-35. Alta comes up with a win to move to 1-0. We'll see you next week for week 2 of the high school football season. You've been watching Alta football on the Rewind Sports Network. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.